Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting stream on Bowtie Gaming 14. Xeno X. Yeah, after how chaotic this week has been, generally speaking, I'm like, I'd rather just unwind, and then I'd kind of take a playbook from the last time I kind of was like struggling to start an LP. I'm like, just do it on a Monday when you got more motivation. So we're starting Glass Core on Monday. Xeno X. Alright, so last time we left off, we had just finished Chapter 5, and a crap ton of stuff just opened up. So much stuff. Alright, first things first. We have access to a character now that is unique to this specific version, so I definitely want to do this first, because this will officially be new content. The Clularian Archaeologist. Yep, that was the characters in the trailer.
Aren't you...
Ask if she needs any assistance.
Huh? It looks to you like I need help.
Xeno X.
Interesting. That's kind of a surprise. I mean, I thought humans weren't used to the whole talking with Xenos business. Honestly, I never expected one to actively approach me. I hope I didn't offend you there. Say, you're a member of that Blade organization, aren't you? Hear me out for a moment, would you? As you guessed, I am in a sort of a bind. Thank you. You are a kind soul, aren't you? Okay, here's the story. Whoa, that's a lot of people. Hey, do Clorians really stand out so much? Our physical features don't seem all that different. Well, anyway, I don't think any of us are enjoying this attention much. Let's go someplace quieter.
This is blowing my mind right now, and I can't say why because it would spoil later part of the game.
My name is Neil now, but you can call me Neil. Incidentally, is this your first time seeing a Clorian in the flesh?
Not indicate this is the first time you've seen one, explain you've met one of her kind before.
Aha! Yeah, that's what I thought. We're uncommon. We Clorians rarely leave our home planet. Even I don't bump into many out here. Just to double check though.
Tamina's like, are you okay?
Blade, was that the name? It's a paramilitary group equipped for combat. That about right? Okay, good. That's exactly the sort of thing I'm looking for. But then, it being a high-risk job, there's a ton of red tape to go through. The big cheeses need to sign off on it. They're even more fussy when a Xeno like me is involved. Nobody wants a diplomatic incident, right? I was ready to give up and go it alone, but you showed up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my gosh.
Lucky day. From what I can see, some Blades are willing to accept jobs at their own discretion. That'd be an accurate assessment, right?
Willingly accept the task without a second thought. Reserve judgment until you've heard all the details.
Of course. That's sensible. All right, let me lay it out for you. In the area that you humans call Oblivia, there's a huge ring-shaped structure. I want to investigate it, personally. You see, I'm a researcher of what in your language you'd call archaeology. My main focus is ancient alien ruins and literary archives. In short, you might call me a cosmo-archaeologist. Now, if that ring structure is anything like the thing I think it is, it may not be quite as innocuous as it seems. I'd like to hurry up and analyze its true nature. For that, I'd need to do some field work. Except, as you might be aware, that area is teeming with hostile indigens. Basically, I need you to protect me from danger long enough for me to complete my survey. That will be the gist of my request. How about it? I'll fight too if the going gets tough, of course. I promise you, I've been in my fair share of
Xeno X,
scrapes.
new
Exploring
character.
ruins is no picnic. Alright, that'll be enough.
I did
chit-chat.
not think we were going to encounter this
Let the journey to
character
the
like
giant
this
ring
early in the
begin.
story, because like
Thanks again
she
for
was in the
this.
trailer and I thought it was going to be like a. Okay, to be fair, this is back when I thought this was going to be like everything was after the main events of the base story, but no, they're actually incorporating it like Persona 5 Royal. The Clurian Neil has asked for your assistance with Cosmo archaeological surveys. Join her and head to Oblivia. Alright, so she wields launchers and dual blades. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, because, like, anything involving the new characters is gonna be blind content for me. It's like, I actually don't even know where we're going for this. Well, I suppose that makes sense. She was mentioning the rings. I was gonna say, summon the merchant, we need so much money. Can never have enough of it. Barber Rich Deserts.
I don't think they'll let us walk away. Be careful.
Well, if Matt Mercer says that, it must be true. Yeah, speaking of which, I thought that dude already had quite the lineup of roles he's done. Apparently, Maniacal told me that he voices Majima in the English dub of Yakuza. Holy crap!
Rising blade! Flame grenade! Did it! Triple them and pile on
I suppose I've only ever heard the Japanese dialogue in those games, so I just never knew that. Tornado Blade! Oh, we're almost dead.
Upper hand! Arcing horn! Oh, I did it! Balance breaker! Triple them and pile on the hits!
Hold them off, Lau! I'll swim to the other side of this river. Shoot!
Hit them while they're still floating.
I tried! And now I'm dead. Did not expect a level 30 enemy to randomly show up. Nailed it! Stealth is key.
And there's the rub. I had hoped we wouldn't encounter any roadblocks, but we'll just have to bite the bullet. Time to earn your dinner.
I'm going in. I'm counting.
Outlaw Simius.
Good time to weaken them.
Yeah, and then as soon as I get 3,000 TP, I'll show off what Overdrive does, but you have to get that much to even trigger it.
Rising blade. Arcing hold. Balance breaker. I'll run with this.
Lightning
Got it. Lay down your power. First down. Rising blade. Offensive stance. Shrapnel. Tornado blade. We're in a good position. Shadow. Move in. My forte. Step in and drive them.
One down, one to go. Tornado blade!
Tornado blade! Victory is ours. Let's go.
Nicely done. You dispatched them expertly. Right, time marches on. I'll lead the survey from here. First off, we'll check the base of the ring. We're looking for data plug consoles. If all goes well, we may just be able to salvage our Mystery Hoops activity log. Let me think. I believe 2 should be enough. Until then, would you entertain any unwelcome guests?
Stay confidently, you got her back. Insist on getting paid extra.
Somehow I knew you'd say that. My life is resting wholly in your hands.
And also Fog and Lau over there.
We'll have this survey done in a blink.
You salvaged the Giant Ring Activity Log 1. Then we're going decently on the other side for another one. I mean, I suppose that ring is massive.
I won't enjoy it, but I will fight. Let's wake them up with some gunfight.
I think it's already awake, Lau. We really need to further awaken it. Oh, great, another one. Reinforcements, yay! Just peachy.
Offensive stance. Don't give them a chance to rush. Burning first down. Rising blade. Back slap. I'll run with this. Oh, I did it. Fire on the hips. Tornado blade. It's sure to work now. Tornado blade! Bullseye! Keep shooting! Tornado blade! Balance breaker! I'll make sure to leave a dent! Eagle eye! Scott hot!
Alright, I'm showing this off. I'm triggering something else. Ah, we killed him before I could do anything, darn it! Boo! I was gonna trigger another enemy and then show it off, but they killed it too quickly. Gosh darn it. Someday we'll see, like, trust me, there's some bosses and some affinity quests coming up where we'll definitely be using Overdrive. So it'll happen eventually, just when, who knows. Got log 2.
surprise, but still unexpected. Huh. What's it doing out here in the far reaches of space? I'm sorry. I've been keeping you in the dark, haven't I? Well, as it turns out, our ringy friend here is a planetary engineering system. Put simply, it's a terraforming device. Though that's not the thing that bothers me. It's the fact that there is Clurian tech incorporated into its workings. Our technology borrows heavily from ancient Samar, the oldest civilization in the known universe. This led to worship, and after a few thousand years, we reached unparalleled levels of prosperity. Our ancestors sought to spread our faith across the galaxy, preaching to other races and sharing our tech. The alien civilization who made this ring, they must have been one of those races. Although, given the state of this barren landscape, it looks as though they had another use in mind. Ironic that a tool meant to facilitate life was ultimately used to destroy it.
Offer her a few words of comfort, tell her bluntly that life is cruel.
That's sweet of you. You're a kind soul. If only everyone were like you. Maybe then history would have played out differently. So the reason I survey ruins is to seek out vestiges of the tech my ancestors disseminated and to deal with them appropriately. To conserve any artifacts that may still be operational, or if they're being mishandled, to destroy them. Although in this ring's case, it seems to be completely out of commission. I could breathe easier knowing that.
What the heck are those?
What the?
You won't enjoy it, but I will.
Unidentified skell.
Fire. Green edge. Got it. Balance breaker. I make sure they can't move. Attack with range. Slash. Arcing horn. Sliding slinger. Now.
Yes, I literally just, the character would not move for a second. I was gonna say, I thought they looked familiar. Now that you mentioned that, I was like, okay, so they actually reused it for something interesting. Because, like, I could have sworn I saw them and, yeah.
Balance breaker. Power down. Lay down some cover fire. Shrapnel. I won't miss this chance. Slash. Sliding slinger. Xenoblade. They're a big time. Concentrated fire. Incendiary edge. First down. It's sure to work now. Upper hand. There. Keep shooting. Shadow punch. Rising. Fire horn.
Alright, one down.
I need healing.
I just didn't think they were gonna end up being plot relevant, but here we are.
Xenoblade. Arcing horn. Rising. We're in a good position. My forte, but if you insist. Wind grenade. Offensive stance. Scott. Did it. Rising.
Yeah, please don't come near us, level 50 enemy, for the love of everything.
Arcing horn. Tide tornado blade. Slash. They're a big target. Just concentrate fire during charge. Violet horn. First incendiary edge. Did it. Triple up and pile on the head. It's sure to work now. Slash. Flame grenade. Rising. Favorite fire.
I'm going to...
All run with this.
Get up.
And they're down. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yikes. They sure gave us a fright. I'm not sure what I would have done without you.
Ask if she's okay, inquire about the nature of the scales.
One thing's clear. They didn't just stop by for a nice chat and a coffee. In any case, that pair of mechanical menaces. Don't I know them? I can't seem to recall. I'll look into it later. Right. I think we've done about all there is to do here. Thanks again. Maybe down the line, the two of us can work together once more. Oh, and feel free to establish a rapport with me. I'm planning on staying in NLA for a little while yet. If you need me for anything, don't hesitate to ask. I'll happily assist.
As you were studying the giant ring structure, you were suddenly beset by two mystery skills, but you did your job and Neil came to no harm. You learned Conduction Rise. Looks like clothes modeled on Neil's outfit are now on sale. With her express permission, of course. Or more like with her intense direct supervision, supposedly. Anyway, can't all that work go to waste, eh? Let's try them on later. Neil Nail, a Clurian archaeologist studying xenoform civilizations. Though at the top of Clurian social hierarchy, her warm, affable personality makes her easy to get along with. As a scholar, she's curious to learn about human customs. Boasting a unique style based on the Full Metal Jagger, Neil provides range support and slices forth with twin swords. Alright, next on the agenda is basically the one thing we need to do Chapter 6, which is this particular Affinity Quest. So yeah, allow us to leave the party. Alright. Yeah, and then I went ahead and checked. Chapter 6, they actually do make the whole Elma and Lynn have to be in your party thing. They do make that a requirement in Chapter 6. So apparently there is an exception to that rule.
So, that's the story. I know it'll take you through some dangerous territory, but they're almost out of supplies.
I'm a bit surprised. Pathfinders should know better than to get stranded out there. Whose team is it?
Believe it or not, it's Lau's.
Really? Lau? I thought he was pretty on the ball.
If only everyone organized and together like Tatsu.
Lau's plenty capable, when he actually gives a damn.
How do you mean?
Lately, the slacker's been wandering off mid-mission, leaving his men to do the heavy lifting. Who knows what the hell that boy's thinking?
Ask if Lau might be in some sort of trouble, say Lau's behavior is disappointing at best.
If he is, he ain't said a peep about it to me.
Maybe muscles and mustache scare Lau away?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah. Wait, what'd you just say?
He's not wrong.
Whatever's up with Lau, his team still needs our help.
Right. No time to waste. And thanks.
Lau's team has run out of supplies. Find them and help them out. Yeah, then once we're done, there's another Affinity mission we could have accepted after Chapter 4, but I forgot about it because it's in the barracks. So we'll do that next. Alright, so they're out here. Yeah, I'll warp. I was like, where do I warp to? There's too many options at this point. Crater Oasis.
Man, you guys really saved our bacon. Now we can finally get back to work.
You have our thanks, and I'm sure Lao's as well.
Don't mention it. We're just doing our job, same as you.
Do you guys have any idea where Lao is? Or why he just up and left like that?
No idea. And even less of an idea when he'll return.
I'm sure he's just giving us a chance to grow.
Sure he is. What? Don't give me that look. I still trust him. Mostly.
Hey, I'd be pretty upset if someone forgot to restock and then left me stranded.
Actually, that was our mistake, not his. He just left us dead weights behind while he finished the job. He's always been like that, actually.
Always? Wait, you must be...
Sidon, ma'am. I've been working with Lao since we were back on Earth. Truth be told, he's the only reason I ever made it into Project Exodus. Without his recommendation, I'd be long dead.
Me and Mondo worked on the Frontier Nav development team. Needless to say, we've been big fans of Lao's ever since. Oh, I'm Shingo, by the way, and that there is Mondo.
I had no idea you guys had such respect for Lao. I'm sorry if it sounded like I was bad-mouthing him.
Anyway, are you all set here now?
Oh, we should be fine. Except...
Except what?
Well, we still have a probe to place, but the location is swarming with indigents. We usually let Lao do most of the fighting, and by most, I mean all.
If that's the case, we'd be happy to escort you.
Really? Wow! It'd be an honor to work with your team, ma'am. We'll move as fast as we can.
Tatsu getting oddly similar vibe from these two.
Alright, off to the other side of the ring. All the way over there. All the way over there. Try not to die to these crocodiles. Nah, screw it, go play one.
Use melee attacks. Burning slap. They're pushing me back. Tornado blade. Offensive stance. I won't miss this chance.
Ah, you know, gotta love crocodiles that just projectile vomit whatever the heck those bullets are.
I don't like where this is. It's... Tornado Blade! Tornado Blade! Superior decoy round.
Superior decoy round.
Close quarters.
Here we go.
Rising Blade! Burning Slash! Tornado Blade!
Tornado blade.
Tornado Blade! Burning Slash! There you have it.
There we go.
Yeah, you see how much more damage that comparatively does. Eventually you can get equipment and augments that allow you to accumulate TP better, which is how you do better at overdrive in general. Because if you don't get at least 3,000 by the time that timer reaches 0, to reset the timer, so to speak, it's over. You're done with that particular session of overdrive. The goal is just to keep the timer going and hopefully kill it while it's still active. This is how you kill the super bosses in this game, unless you just have a really powerful skell that can one-shot those suckers, and they do exist. Believe me, they exist. That's not even counting what they might have added with the Definitive Edition.
We'd like to place that probe just beyond here.
Understood. We'll handle the fighting. I'll call you once the area's secure.
Man, Elma's amazing. She's so strong and professional and beautiful. Huh?
Tatsu know how friend feel. No need for shame about being ineffective and useless lump.
Thanks.
Darn, Tatsu, jeez!
Wait, who are you calling a useless lump?
A useless lump. Takes one to know one. Alright, so not for this fight, but the fight that immediately follows fighting these crab things. I recommend accumulating as much TP going into that second fight as possible, because my gosh, does it make it comparatively easier.
Use melee attacks.
As someone who used to get stuck on that boss.
Close quarters. Rising Blade.
Yeah, and considering that you have to do this affinity quest to beat the game, it's like, you really gotta get good at it. It's like, well, this is not optional.
Attack from range. I won't miss this chance. We're in a good
Might be a bit easier because we're a bit over the recommended level, but I still expect that fight to be difficult.
Use melee attacks. Close quarters. Now get in there. Hey, you're bad at fighting, but here goes. Tornado Blade. Offensive. Don't give them a chance to rush. Shadow Runner. Then counter. Rising Blade. Shoot down on the repair. I won't miss this chance. Did it. Triple up and pile on the head. Tornado Blade. It's time. Game ends.
That one was guaranteed.
Use melee attacks. Offensive stance.
Moving in.
Burning triple up. Pile on the head. Green edge. You're rising blade. You're a big target.
Perfectly
Concentrate your fire. Now's your chance. Incendiary edge. It's time. I won't miss this chance. Tornado Blade! We're in a good position. Move in! I'm bad at fighting, but here goes. Tornado Blade! Decoy round. Rising Blade! Roll. Open fire. I'll try to push them back.
Old Voice King.
Rising Blade! Tornado Blade! Back slap! Tornado Blade! Use melee attacks! Offensive stance! Rising Blade! Triple the enemy! It's sure to work now!
Bring down while they're there. Furious Blast.
Rising Blade! I'll knock them over! We're in a good position.
Close quarters.
Move in! Enemy den is
For me.
confirmed. Weaken them!
Yeah, within reason, one thing I recommend if you want to keep your stats and your combos going on your buffs and everything, I'd recommend right before you kill the previous enemy, go get the next one. Because then you can just keep the momentum going. Especially during overdrives. Then you'll have to fight one at a time for a maximal amount of time. But then you don't lose your buffs.
Tornado Blade! Rising Blade! Flame Grenade!
Of course, you gotta be careful, because if your party kills it before you can move on to the next one, you gotta start over again. Alright, I don't want to get too close, because it will trigger the boss fight I'm talking about. Yeah, for this, I'm definitely bringing out the A squad. Oh yeah, double damage, jeez. Alright, with those preparations, let's see how the first go-around of this fight goes.
Wow, you carved through those guys like butter. That's amazing.
We'll get right on installing the data probe, ma'am.
And we'll keep an eye on the area so you can focus on your work.
The people who played Xeno 1, they're just like, really? You had to go there? Curse you,
Things
metal
seem to be
face!
going well.
Thanks to you. We should have this baby ready to rock in just a few minutes.
Haha, we're in danger. Guess what? We're fighting one of these! Yay!
Holy crap! Sidon, we gotta get out of here!
Go if you want. I'm not moving until this thing is finished.
Huh? You got a death wish or what?
Hell, I'm just a mimeosome, right? Why not die for blame? What do you do?
3 sets of hands will get this done quicker than 1, right?
Thanks, guys.
Elma!
Come on, let's keep that thing away from them.
No, I didn't say there's nothing getting past you, so you'll kick enough ass for everyone. Rone taught me that one.
Don't get cocky. Keeping the team safe is the main priority here. Understood?
Darn it, Rone.
Think a few extra meters makes you better than me?
Use melee attacks! Offensive stance!
I was just playing formation. Start, Johnny! Attack and range wants to clean up.
I'm going on the offensive!
Burning slash! And do some damage.
Put some power into this! Tornado blade! Rising blade!
Starball play!
Tornado blade!
Executioner!
Tornado blade! Burning slash! Tornado blade! We're in a good position.
I was
Move in!
playing
Flame
momentum.
grenade! Tornado Blade! Starball Blade! Tornado Blade! Flame Grenade! Burning Slash! Tornado Blade! Burning Slash!
How's this?
Burning Slash!
Get your adrenaline going.
I'm going on the offensive! Beam Barrage! Tornado Blade! Burning Slash!
Starball Blade!
Move in and do some damage.
Power Dive!
Executioner!
Put some power into this Starball! Burning Slash!
Haha! First try! Wow, that really comes in clutch. It's all about keeping that combo going.
All right. Looks like the probe
Yeah, the
is
nice
up and
part is
running.
this game actually tells you
data from
which
this area
arts
can be uploaded to
gain
Frontier
you TP.
It wouldn't have been
The original
possible
didn't do
without your
that.
help.
You had to figure that
No
out trial
kidding.
by fire.
The rumors don't do your team justice.
Don't sell yourselves short. It was your team as much as ours that saw this mission through.
You have no idea how many times back in the day I died to that
Tatsu
boss.
definitely gets
Ugh.
similar vibe from these two.
Was that all you
That was
needed
kind of the difficulty spike
Yes,
of, you
we're all
better
good
learn
now.
overdrive and quick,
We'll finish a few
otherwise you're
calibrations
not
and
progressing the
then head back.
plot.
All right, team. Move out.
Well, it's either you
Yes,
learn
ma'am.
overdrive or you level grind like crazy. Let's just say one's easier. Or one takes less time.
What? Lau came back after we left?
Classic timing, huh? We told him all about how you saved the day. All he said was be sure to thank him.
Then he wandered off again to who knows where.
Never a dull moment with that one.
That's how it should be. Better than the alternative, anyway.
I hear you. I haven't forgotten how he was when we first got here.
What do you mean?
Lau's skills as a pathfinder are pretty special. They're going to help humanity carve out a life here on Mira. But he didn't board the White Whale because he thought he was useful.
He did it so he could get his wife and daughter on the ship. He thought his abilities would permit his family passage, but
They didn't make it on board.
Right. The war hit right before he would have summoned them.
Oh.
Those were some dark days for him. Lau was empty. Like his soul was just gone. I don't know what he's been doing lately, but whatever it is, it gives him purpose. It's good to see him living again.
not that it makes getting left behind any easier.
I've told you 100 times already. If you had better skills, Lau wouldn't need to worry so much.
Become a man!
Yeah,
You guys really do love him, don't you?
But no one loved their leader more than Team Tatsu love Elma. No one!
The data probe was successfully installed, but it looks like Lau has gone off somewhere again. You learn Balance Breaker.
I see.
Alright, so now we've done all the prerequisite for Chapter 6, so whenever we want to do that, now we can just do that, no questions asked. Alright, next, let's do that Affinity Quest, because we forgot to do that before Chapter 5. Speaking of Lau, hey guys, what I miss? Lau, please, you owe me something. Alright, fine, what do you want? The finest homes, my good sir. All right, fine. I'll go hit up the library. Yay! You've made the detective cleric very happy. Gonna give some to Oswald. A day in the life.
Muscle Man is here?
Hey, sorry to bother you. Can you spare a cup of joe?
It's kind of funny at like using Lao both before and after that particular Infinity mission, just being like, "Hey guys, I just disappeared for this one specific instance, but I'm back now."
Maybe, but that's a good thing. If the brass has time to putz around, it means the rest of the force is running smooth.
Maybe. Or maybe it means the brass is playing hooky.
Hey, yeah. Where do I sign up for a cushy job like that?
Claim that even Tatsu can do Vandom's job. Say that only Vandom can do his job.
Oh, is that right? You all got no idea.
Lao's
about
like,
my job,
I'm on
do
Team
you?
Temenos.
Well, maybe it's time you all walked a mile in my boots.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like the sound of it.
Well, it's just too damn bad, ain't it? Meet me first thing in the morning, and that's an order.
You decide to observe Commander Vandom at work for an entire day. Go follow him around. Head to the barista court in the morning.
That's crazy. I heard he usually gets breakfast here, but I don't.
Ah, Mustache Man.
All right, let's get this over with. He's done eating, but he's still sitting there.
As Tatsu thought, so much free time.
We're having trouble with Xenoblade, sir. Ben, Miranda, and Cornell's team have been engaging them, but with limited success.
Siniculars? They're a cinch. Just snap that big horn off their belly. That exposes an orange subdermal structure that you can fry with a beam. Just relax and have fun with it.
Sir, Sakuraba Industries is complaining that uranium mining isn't meeting projections.
Well, that's a pickle. Fine, we'll get out there and install some new probes. Otherwise, tell them to work with what they got. Get creative.
Mustache Man seemed very low-key.
Yeah. Is this supposed to make his job seem all stressful?
Ah, there you are. I assume you
You
witnessed
totally
that
weren't just
display
over
of
there.
high-stakes multitasking.
Not exactly.
Well, it's still early. Come find me in the afternoon when things really heat up.
Wait, what? We have to do this again?
That's an order.
Lynn's like, I'm just gonna go work on the scale maintenance. I'll see you guys later. Lynn, get over here. Darn it! Head to the hangar in the afternoon. Yeah, he's just like, eh. Like, you're doing this or so help me.
He's gotta be around here somewhere.
Ooh, Elma, there he is.
Mustache spotting is fun.
Let's see what he's up to.
Looks
Tatsu's
like
got a
work,
point there.
For once.
Maintenance is falling behind, sir.
Makes sense. Combat got a little rough and tumble yesterday. Let's start with the units that took the most damage. It'll be quicker to strip them down for spare parts than spending weeks fixing them up.
Sounds good, sir.
We can use the electronics and generators as is, but the secondary armor's shot.
All right, then. We'll need new materials to patch it. Hey, you rubberneckers busy?
Rubberneckers?
That's a bit unfair, seeing as how you ordered us to watch you.
Ah, you know what I meant. Anyway, you'd be helping out Blade. The sightseeing tour is over for now. See if you can scrounge up what we need, all right?
Lazy mustache man should do it himself.
No
He's
can
got a
do,
point.
Potato Cake. Gotta stay here and oversee the mechanics. Now off with you.
I guess a mission's a mission.
Get a blue electrical tentacle from Placid Dougals on the other side of Primordia, or others. Or, you know, tickets. Yeah, that's where you would have found them if you had to do this the old-fashioned way and didn't have enough tickets. Use the tickets. That's my #1 advice of this game, is use the tickets. Okay, more so on the rare materials. If it's common enough, don't use the tickets, but if it's super rare and it's going to take you forever and a day to farm for it, use the tickets.
Unbelievable.
This is a huge help. Now we can get that armor patched up.
By the way, where's Commander Vandam?
Oh, he took off a while back.
What? He didn't even stick around?
Yeah, he seemed busy. Said he had something else to take care of.
And after Tatsu go to all that trouble of finding stupid materials, Tatsu demand appropriate praise.
Sorry?
Don't worry, it's not your fault.
Oh, but he did leave a message for you guys. Come see how I work at night. And yeah, that's an order.
Oh, come on.
He's like, come on!
Ready to go home and sleep.
He's just like, come on.
Might as well see this through.
Yeah, potato lad that apparently tastes like poison poop. Per said potato lad. He's like, yeet him right into the compactor, oh my gosh. Alright.
That's crazy!
At night, Commander Vandam goes to handle his duties at Blade Tower. I don't know how a guy that busy still manages to smile like he does.
Great. Whoa!
Elma, what are you doing here? Phantom said he was gonna be here.
Strange. I was
Oh, he
sure
went to
you'd
go
find
take a
him.
poo. Gosh darn it.
So in other words, that's the nest they're coming from? If we know this level of detail, how come we haven't eliminated it?
We've attempted 2 sweeps already. Both times we lost soldiers and resources and gained absolutely nothing.
I guess that explains all the damaged skells from before.
Results of a failed mission.
Still, till those indigents are cleared out, our trade routes are threatened.
Would you have us repeat the same mistake, this time in a weakened state? How do you plan on funding this operation?
That isn't it. Look, I realize we don't have funds.
Boys, knock it off already, will ya?
Commander?
Where did he come from?
Just who do you think you're addressing?
Like I said, he was taking a poo.
You have a plan?
Wednesday spotted a package in the area. It's this one. Take out the pack leader, the rest of them scattered. Any stragglers left over will make for easier targets.
It sounds good in theory. But how do you propose we deal with this pack leader?
A concentrated strike with a team of our very best and brightest. There.
Tatsu? Sounds interesting.
I guess that explains why they're attending Thompson. Always a step ahead, hey, Commander?
What? No, we're just here to...
That's why you pay me the big bucks, am I right?
Now, wait just a minute.
Someone has to do this.
I guess so, but still...
We'll take care of it.
I knew you would.
Use Tatsu as a decoy. No. That's probably gonna be our closest war point. I know. I'm just like, I know Lynn's already made that joke, but it's like, I mean, it's true. They could do that if they really needed to. Mithra emo. Jeez. Oh, that's nuts. We actually found one of those, because that is a pretty rare drop.
Seems we've been found out. What now?
Use melee attack! Rising blade! Spiral horn! It's time! Offensive stance! Got him! Lay down some cover fire! Tornado blade! This is improving. It's time! We're in a good position! Move in! Burning slash! Flames! Step in and drive them back. Bad at fighting, but here goes!
Alright, I'm good to go.
Burning slash!
And it's dead.
Victory!
Gathered ZZ rabbits and delivered them to the biologist.
Use melee attacks.
My forte, but if you insist.
Tornado blade. Scott, get it. Offensive stance. Pile on the hit. It's sure to work now. Tidal hold. Weaken. Balance breaker. Rising blade. I won't miss this chance. Tornado blade. We're in a good position. Move in. But here goes. Tornado blade. Step in and drive them back. Shadow Punch. I'm going on the offensive. First step. Scott, burning blast. Now's your chance.
Killed it in one hit, yay.
Victory.
Alright, good job, team. I'm gonna grab this while I'm in this neck of the woods. Delivery of cleansing moss helped the water purification plant develop new tech.
Seriously? He's literally asleep on the job.
Mustache Man could learn some discipline from Tatsu.
We should let him rest. He probably doesn't get many opportunities like this.
Yeah, you're right. I suppose it means that all of New LA is content and at peace.
Ugh, friends never say that when they wake Tatsu up from nap.
Commander Venom certainly keeps New LA running, but the poor guy really needs a vacation.
Looks like he did our paperwork before nodding off.
Wow. He really does juggle a lot of stuff, huh? It's kinda impressive.
All Tatsu ever hear is, "Wake up, Tatsu, and we are in battle, Tatsu, and you ate all the food, Tatsu!"
Tachi's like, I'm gonna punch somebody. Probably Tora. Quest complete. Alright, so looks like BFF's opened. Yeah, we can do it right now. Hashtag blame Tatsu! Oh no!
Mr. Mustache is here.
Right. Got a new mission for you.
Tatsu happy to take request under consideration. After dinner.
Quiet down, Turnip. The commander's here to talk important business. This doesn't have anything to do with you, okay?
Well, actually it does. In fact, Hash Brown here is the linchpin to this assignment.
What?
A mission that relies on Tatsu? What's the job?
Basically, we want him to act as an emissary for us.
Commissary? Sound delicious! Tatsu accept!
He's not talking about food, dummy.
It means to represent us to some other group, to act as an ambassador on our behalf.
Aha! So friends choose Tatsu as most charming and attractive example of new LA residents.
Well, mostly it's because we need to talk with your mama.
Oh, this is just for the Nopon?
Hey, now, don't sell those little critters short. The Nopon would make a crucial strategic ally.
Say it's because they're a powerful economic force. Say it's because they're so cute.
Exactly. They deal in materials from well outside our reach, and they trade with other races we don't. Not to mention their caravans bring in all kinds of news and info that we don't have access to here in NLA.
It's true, they're skilled merchants. I'm sure
Yeah, I was gonna say, he's like,
will need their
hero upon
cooperation
Ricky,
when
beat
we
enemy good.
in society.
This time,
That's right.
the
We
ganglion
can
are
use
my
all the know-how
enemies.
they have from interacting with the different tribes to keep everyone together.
Yeah, let's throw in Xeno tutorial while we're at it. Him and Poppy would kick their butts. And Riku and Manana as a pair. Just basically any actually, let's also add one of their names. Kino and Nene. Just any fighting Nopon that isn't
And
Tatsu.
we'd like you to be the one to propose this new alliance.
Well, he doesn't even fight to
Understand?
begin with.
Sounds like we're going to see Coco.
Yep, but that's just one stop on this little goodwill tour. I know you're already familiar with the Dodonga caravan over in Nocturne. Then
I know,
also
it's
need you to
insane,
visit
especially in this
the Dorian
version, my
caravan
gosh.
in Oblivion.
Got it!
Take them in whatever order you like. Chosan drafted a treaty for you to give the caravan leaders. See if you can't get them to sign on as allies. We're counting on you.
No problem for Tatsu.
Convince the Nopon to sign a friendship treaty that welcomed them to NLA. Yes, a little bit. Get the Dodonga Caravan Elder to sign the friendship treaty. Get the Dorian Caravan Leader to sign the Nopon friendship treaty. Luckily, we've been to both locations already, so warping there is no problem.
Oi, oi, oi! What this? Who this? Who are you? Tatsu is Tatsu. Tatsu is friend of humans and comes as emissary with important treaty.
You come here as secretary? To do what?
Fool! Tatsu clearly say emissary.
Are you the leader of this caravan?
Oi, yes! Mujiji is dashing and handsome head
So I did play it. Boy, have I played it. This would technically be my 7th time completing this game, 6 on the OG version because I really love this game. First time playing the definitive version. So basically anything exclusive to this is the only blind content for me. Yeah, to say I love this game is a massive understatement. Hence why we chant Xeno X at the beginning of all the sessions now. Can't believe it's a running joke at this point.
That depends on show of goodwill from friends of Tatsu.
Goodwill?
Oi! Friends want to form brotherhood.
This was a
with Dorian
remake I
caravan?
never thought was gonna happen, but boy am I glad it did.
Contract fee first.
Fee? How much Mujiji
One of
want?
us, one of us.
Mujiji settled for this much.
Seriously? That much?
Exclaim that 30,000 credits is way too much. Say you expected no less from a race of merch. Wow, Temenos, jeez.
That does seem like a lot. Is there any way
Yeah,
we
no,
could
it's like,
lower
oh, by the
asking
way, this
price?
remake, and then, like,
Mujiji
of course, because people knew that I love this game. I get pinged by everyone and their mother as soon as I see this, because, like, I was at work when the direct happened, so I couldn't see it for a couple hours, and I basically have, the first time I've access to my phone, I look and I'm like, oh gosh, did Xeno get announced? And yeah, sure enough, like 20 people were like, Xeno. Yeah, that would have been me if I had seen that during my work break. 1000%. Yeah, same here. It definitely hit different. Because for me, this came out when I was, like, in the middle of college. This was, like, the video game I played in college. Especially with the online mode. Of course, that's part of the reason I played it so much, because the online mode was a lot of fun.
Yes! Payday!
Yeah, I was gonna say, there are 1.3 million credits at this point.
All the fluff shrooms we can eat!
Joining Mujiji Caravan was best idea ever. Oi! Mujiji said so, right? Yes. Good work, friends. Mujiji happy to sign treaty now. All signed.
Yay! We bought friendship!
Thanks for your cooperation.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's the beauty of these kind of games. I mean, it wasn't anything anywhere near as extreme, but like, basically, like, I got a bachelor's degree in biochem for college. That major does not mess around. It really helped me relax between all those difficult exams.
The Donga Caravan. Time to get treaty finished.
Tatsu, no! Because this was, like, right in the middle of it, so I was going through, like, some of the hardest classes, like organic chemistry. Let's just say the rumors are true on that one. I'm glad I graduated with that sucker, let alone getting as high a grades as I did. My gosh. Alright, then we gotta go talk to the Donga Caravan. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I can't really disclose anything just because of, like, pretty much the equivalent of NDAs, but in short, I'm essentially a scientist by trade, and I just kind of do this as a fun thing on the side. Definitely a nice way to relax after an entire, well, in this case, especially after an entire week. Oh, that's nice. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. There's several things that, I mean, just like that alone, not even counting other things, I'm like, this would have been so nice in the OG version.
Oh, Datapon!
Oh, Tatsu, you're screwed.
Datapon bring dinner? Datapon have presents?
Hold on, little Pon. Calm down.
Yeah, pretty much. Once we get to a, or once this cutscene's over, I'll kind of briefly showcase what it is. It essentially gives you extra abilities.
Why do little Pon forget every time? And where is Mama Pon?
Mama Pon gone fishing.
That really helps you do mega damage on those overdrive attacks, like it's not even funny. Tatsu, no!
Dinner? Big Brother Pon bring fishy?
Wait, little Pon say Mama Pon is gone 3 days? Who goes fishing for 3 days? This happened with Mama
Yeah,
Pon
I was gonna say,
before?
like, I found this out the hard way, so, like, this is where I kind of had to almost have a browser, especially when I was, like, 100% completing all the quests on my second playthrough, is that, yeah, the augments are very helpful, because there's some side quests, or especially when you have to fight, like, I'll point out a classic example of which I died so many times before I figured this out. There's some enemies in Cauldros that you can only fight actually in the lava itself. There is something to neutralize lava damage. Those are critical if you don't want to get insta-killed. And there's others like that as well, like some that neutralize weather, some that, like I said, some that neutralize terrain, some that build up your TP. Like, some are just straight up necessary if you want to complete all the side quests. Like, I think one of the characters we're gonna meet, like, in a bit on an Affinity quest, I think one of their final enemies, like, you have to find the lava. I'm like, oh. Yeah, that too. Stealth is key in this game. Alright, where are we going? Oh, that's why I don't have this actively tracked. That makes sense. I was gonna say, I've been there before too, I do not blame you. I know some people are like, is 140 hours in this game too long? I'm like, no it isn't. Especially with online mode and all the side quests and everything else, no it isn't. Yeah, at that point. It's kind of one of those games, if you really wanted to, you could probably beat it in a couple dozen hours. Or, like, if you're just trying to do the plot and everything else that's required and nothing else. There's so much more to this game, though. Like, you miss out on a lot of it, especially the really funny side quests, if all you do is the plot-relevant stuff. Oh, it's, like, all the way over there. Alright, we're going for a hike. Yeah, that too. Yeah, because how many hours am I into this game? 21 so far? Yeah. Like, I was at about 20 hours and I just finished Chapter 5. Like, that's how big this game is. Lack of fall damage! Ooh, nice. Wish you luck with that. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I was telling people in an earlier session, I'm just like, I think there might have been one person that I could talk to about this game back in the day, and that was it, and even then it was pretty brief. I am so glad I am streaming this thing, because it's like, yay, one of my favorite games of all time, and I could just gush about how much I love this sucker.
Just give it one more shot. It's a gun check. Sorry. I can still do this.
Gosh darn it. One of those games you can't even really get mad when you die. You're just like, oh, good old enemies. Yeah, I'd believe it. Yeah, I know I kind of, like, pretty much, I didn't dabble too much in the skills, like, comparatively to the ground gear. Because, like, that's how I got so good at Overdrive, because I was like, I just want to do this because I saw a bunch of people build their characters so that they were more powerful than any skill in the game. I was like, I want to do that. In terms of skills, I pretty much did, like, some random customization and then just got the spoiler skill. I was gonna say, for those who have played the game, you know which one I'm talking about. I'm gonna call it the spoiler skill so that I don't spoil the game for people, because otherwise that spoils something very late in the campaign. But yeah, with that thing you can one-shot most of the enemies, and it's kind of insane. First you need a lot of materials, but it's worth it. Cascade Isle. Ooh, nice. Where is the sun? The vocalist is lying to me. Where is the sun? Takes one to know one. Yeah, I know, it's like, as good as I am at this game, I gotta give props to the people who can do, like, basically the insane builds I've seen. I've tried to get close, but I can't always get 100% there. It's just nuts, like, taking on the super bosses and everything. Like, the toughest enemy in the game, I've only done that once. And my gosh, that was a feat. That was... Nah, I still think Galdera from Octopath was harder. Because at least I was able to beat that super boss. I can't say the same thing with Galdera.
And there it is.
And there it
Yep,
is.
saw that coming.
Lots have been found out.
Yeah, I know, like, I was gonna say, like, especially, I know, like, one example that comes to mind, I think, was, like, Point Throw, the fact that he was in the sciences at one point. But, like, a decent amount of people, it's like, a lot of us are just like, I just want to do this as a side gig, or just as our primary thing, just because I changed my mind on stuff. And like I said before, what else do you think got me through college? I mean, yeah, that was honestly the main thing. It was the social time and video games. And for Pete's sakes, the Switch came out while I was a senior in college. Like, I remember playing Mario Odyssey when that sucker came out and on the final leg of college.
I won't miss this chance.
Tornado Blade! It still blows my mind that Robbie Damon was in this game before, and this was like before Persona 5. It just blows my mind still. Blossom Dance! I will get there eventually.
Thank you. Friend saved life of Coco.
Mama Pun, what happened to Big Fish for Little Pun?
Ah, yes. Well,
oh yeah.
snack for ugly critter friends just pounded.
Oh, what will Little Pun eat?
Why, ugly critter, of course. Now be good Tatsu and help Mama Pon carry it home.
Note that mothers are nothing to mess with. Admire how tasty that engine looks. Oh.
That's... wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, she's great.
Never cooked one of those before. But either way, you're trying it before me.
Tatsu, didn't Commander Vandam have something for you to ask?
Tatsu almost completely forget. Mama Pun, Mustache Man and rest of New LA have request for Dodonga Caravan. They want Mama Pun to sign treaty brought by emissary.
Meaty bought by cemetery?
He's referring to an agreement that our city and your caravan would become allies, Coco.
Oh-ho! Well then, sound lovely!
Then Mama Pun need to sign treaty.
Okay, Coco has signed. Now Big City and Dodonga Caravan best of friends. Yay!
We appreciate your cooperation.
Mission complete.
That complete crucial and important mission. Now we report back to Mustache Man.
Good job, Tatsu. Alright, back to Mustache Man.
Nice work, Elma. I knew you could pull it off.
Mustache Man forgetting someone else?
Right. You did good.
Are we talking about HB? If so, yes.
Dance of glory!
We can expect even more dealings with the Nopon caravans now.
I know he's great. He's kind of an ass, but I love him.
Maybe I'll go
Superior
the other way
decoy
and
round.
in one of the caravans. Tatsu's little brothers and sisters are super cute.
Lily dumped Tatsu for younger and cuter model already?
Wow, Lynn, jeez. Nopon Friendship Treaty has been signed and Nopon are now arriving in NLA. And Nopon are setting up a local branch of their Nopon Commerce Guild arms manufacturing outfit. Boring name, I know, but I bet their stuff they sell is anything but. Head over to the AM Terminal and Armory Alley to check them out. Quest complete. Yeah, because I know they showed up right after the Manon. Oh yeah, you don't. Wow, you really don't complete her chapter or her storyline for a while then. Wow, that's a ways off. Jeez. All right, so Yelves is chapter 6. All right, so there is another one of the new characters. I'll do that one first. Set back up. Okay, so I gotta go get that quest first.
Hey.
Oh gosh. Heart of the cards, heart of the cards. Commerce Guild started by the enterprising Nopon. Most of their products are thermal weapons that have been tuned to deliver greater magazine capacity. Let's go drop off some more Maranium. Get Cannon Incredible up to level 3. Heavyware series. This defense is gonna make your jaw drop, don't you think? Electrical attacks won't even phase you. Oh, did we mention this lineup makes quite the fashion statement? Trust us, I mean, we are named Candid Incredible, right? Alright, let's drop the rest of it into the Nopon Commerce Guild. And whammo! Oh, yes, I have to try that at some point, maybe on like my own personal playthrough. Yeah, because I know, like, once I get going, usually my build is long sword and dual guns, but I haven't gotten the long sword class fully upgraded yet, so we'll switch over to the other class once we get that situated. See if we got any other collectible quests done. Nope. Yeah, I was gonna say, the one that I know everyone and their mother talked about back in the day, yeah. Hey, if it racks up mega damage, I'm just gonna go for it. Well, plus, especially in my first playthrough, the easier the explanation was and everything, like, the more likely it was going to gravitate towards that, because one less decade of gaming experience back then. Alright, now we can accept this.
Are you the one they paired me with? You have the look at least. But what about inside? Does your heart burn with a flame hot enough to forge a true blade?
Squint your eyes and nod grimly, tell him that he has no right to question your heart.
Yes. Your eyes tell 1,000 tales that no words can match.
If only you knew.
Finally, the fates have delivered to me a partner worthy of my trust. Forgive me. I am Bose Lowe's, proud member of the Harriers. I will be a partner on this job. But
Please, call me Sensei. Do you know this term? It's what some Eastern cultures used to call teachers and wise men back on Earth.
Ask Bose to tell you more about these Eastern cultures, ignore his prattle, and direct him back to the mission.
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. I used to travel in such places collecting antiquities.
You guys gonna say, especially when I go take down that level 99, or yeah, get 99 super boss over there.
Pray tell, what is it about the East that draws your... No, belay that. If we start down this path, we'll be talking until dawn. Let us focus on the mission.
Fry's like, but it's fun though.
A few days ago, a group of blades left the city to hunt some indigents. And they've not been heard from since. Our job is to track them down. If we also happen to take care of the indigents along the way, so much the better. Rest easy, my friend. Sensei will show you what it means to be a true Harrier. The day is young, and victory is in the air. We ride!
Search for the missing blades with Bose. And he's another one of the 4 characters that was DLC in the Japanese version of the original. Alright, who do we want to... Alright, off we go, and Lao's at level 4. Alright, for this, I believe... Where are we going here? There we go, I thought it was Noctulum, it just, yeah, we haven't got a warp point over there. Because I forgot to get the probe site, gosh darn it! Rats. Yeah, I was telling people about that earlier. It's like, yeah, I cannot stress this enough. With the online mode, there's some, yeah, some materials like the Apricot Antlers and Maze Quest. Just save yourself the hours and hours of heartache and just get them with materials tickets for the love of everything. Remember back in the day, yeah, it took me, I think, at least like a half a dozen hours to get 2 of them because they're that rare of a drop. Plus, you end up killing the creature faster than you can take out the antler. Oh, jeez. That looks like a death trap. Let's avoid the death. Oh, gosh. Unavoidable death trap. Nailed it. Oh, shoot. Stealth. Ahoy. Yay. Oh, my gosh.
I can channel a little of Fry for this one.
Well, our luck ran out. Run! When I say run, I mean jump off this cliff. How is it still... Oh, right, it's a flying enemy. I was gonna be like, how is it still chasing us? Okay, good. We finally outran it. Yeah, now I'll make sure to actually get this probe. FN Site 209. Sweet. Now time to avoid the poison river. Oh, that's nice. Definitely makes us a lot more useful. Jeez. Yeah, I think I only ever touched the scout missions like once just to say I did it, and I think that was it. I mean, back in the day.
Not bad, newcomer. Your skills are matched only by your impressive guts. Huh? A Xeno?
You all are humans, right? Please help me, okay?
Yeah, I believe it.
And hurt myself. My legs don't really work right now, you know? So if any creatures show up, I'm gonna...
That's a real shame. But I fear our own people must come before you. I'll not waste precious time on a Xeno.
What? Please wait, okay? Aren't Manon and humans friends?
Friends. Humans have no Xeno friends. Humans need no Xeno friends. Come, let us tarry with this degenerate beast no longer.
I'm gonna slap you. Ignore the wounded Manon and move on. Insist you stay and help Jajeba. I was gonna be like, dude, come on. He's
Fine.
helpless and his legs are broken.
And know that while I think this is folly, arguing would just waste more precious time.
Oh, really? Well, there should be some Lunaria flowers growing nearby, you know? Can you maybe bring me some? I should be able to use them with the healing device I built to get my legs working again. Please
At least he's got a healing device.
flowers, alright?
Alright, so we got the Lunaria flowers already, so yay, we can progress the plot. I was gonna say, Bose, how many times do I have to slap
Did
you?
you find the Lunaria flowers? Oh, that's them. These should fix my legs up. I hope. Thank you so much. I'll never
Oh
forget
gosh.
this, okay? And I promise to pay you back.
I mean, the main theme's good.
You can pay us back by slamming shut that gob of yours and getting out of here.
I
Me
will
too,
slap you.
Blades await us further in. And
Yeah,
we've
most of the
wasted
battle
more
themes are
than
pretty
enough time
good.
here.
I'm mainly talking about the ones that don't involve spoilers. Some of the late game ones are really good too. Yeah, it's really good. I will slap you, silly old man. Says I, the detective cleric. Oh yeah, Sylvalum Knight just slaps so hard. My gosh. That blew my mind when I first heard that, coupled with the Crimson Auroras. Alright, let's try not to die right now. Yeah. Yeah, all those are good ones. Poison River, yay! Huzzah! Coupled with level 40-something enemies. Yay! Of course, finding those soundtracks back in the day was a pain in the butt, because I don't know why they decided to do this, but the tracks are not straightforwardly named, like, at all. In fact, on some people's, I guess, YouTube versions of the soundtracks, they, like, purposely re-lettered the words of the names of the songs, I'm guessing to avoid them getting copyright struck. Yeah, I could definitely tell, especially after X. I mean, I suppose it covers all your bases. You're just basically guaranteeing that someone hasn't named a song that before. So you're in the clear on not getting just, like, smited, essentially. Yeah, and this is where this is a pain in the butt, because if these things get aggroed at all, you can't talk to Reggie.
Hold out just a little longer.
This is coming back to me now, how much of a pain this was.
I don't like where this is. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, coupled with the fact that they're that much higher leveled. I know part of it's the fact that Bose was a DLC character, so that, well, I guess I can give this excuse from the original version. Why they didn't fix this, I don't know. Because, yeah, at least with the original version, I'm like, oh yeah, they're putting a DLC characters thing in a pre-existing area that they didn't 100% account for. Yeah, I don't know why it's in the definitive edition, but them's the breaks. Ah, you're back, human? Yeah, we died. It's fine. What do you mean you died? It's okay. And when I say we died, I mean the three of us died, and I slapped Bose so hard I sent him halfway across the universe. And he shattered into a million pieces. I was gonna say, are they really a time-dependent enemy? My gosh, that would explain so much if that's the case. Oh. Alright, now I really gotta watch my footing. Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh yeah. Good to know. Alright, now I just gotta make sure I don't walk within their vicinity. Alright, cool.
Wait, don't eat me. I taste terrible.
I taste like poison poop.
Please, let this all be some kind of bad dream. Huh? Did you come here to save me?
Tell him it's gonna be okay. Demand a status report on the double.
Oh, thank you. Those things ate everyone else. And I was sure I was next.
So you ran off in a blind panic? What happened to centering yourself, Reggie?
Sensei!
Oh no!
What are you doing here? You were off on a mission.
You think some patrol job is more important than coming to my students' rescue? I secured powerful backup and came running. Now get a grip, son.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Sensei, why do you have like 5 slap marks on your face? Did no reason at all.
Let's finish this.
They weren't far behind me. Please, just kill them so we can all go back to New LA
Oh
alive.
no.
Leave it to us. We'll show these monsters what true warriors can do.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. So it's kind of one of those, like, I played this game a lot back in the day, but I probably honestly haven't touched it in 5 or 6 years since then. But yeah, things are slowly coming back to me.
Now get in there. But if you insist, triple kick. Now's your chance. It's sure to work now. Rival hold. Slap. Tornado blade.
Tornado blade.
Tornado blade.
Tornado blade.
Watch out. Tornado blade. Tornado blade. Tornado blade.
This will never not be amusing to me.
Tornado blade. Here goes. We're in a good position. Move in. Watch out. Burning slash. Cover fire. Slash. Offensive stance. Slash. Tornado blade. We're in a good position. I'll pull the move in. Rising blade.
Where's Yora?
I'll make sure to leave a tip. Now I'm getting somewhere. run with this. Let's do this.
Here we go! Haha! Who's next, you stupid bladders?
Let's wake them up. It's time. It's time.
Tornado Blade! Yeah, actually, with that whole new mechanic, there's kind of a plus side for ending the battle because then that meter resets. Alright, round 1 complete. Round 2, fight!
It's sure to work now. Attack it, flame. Burning slash.
Finish! Temenos is pumped.
I won't miss this chance. Tornado blade. It's sure to work.
Like, you know what? I played the OG version 5 or 6 times. I earned the easy version.
Tornado blade. Tornado blade. Rising burst down. Attack at range. Offensive stance. Tornado blade. Rising. Arcing hole. Slinger. We have to turn this around. Arcing hole. Here comes the glory. Balance breaker. I'll run with this.
Oh no!
I won't miss this chance. Burning slash. Tornado blade.
It's all good. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, like, honestly, I don't care too much. Just, I mean, I basically just do that just in case someone has ill intent. But trust me, there's been those people in the past.
First down. I'm going on knee. I grant them no quarter. Rising spiral hole.
Finish! Oh no. Alright. Reggie, we killed him.
Why do you still cower over there, son? It's finished.
Sensei.
Yeah, see, I don't see why I couldn't just allow it at this point. I mean,
couldn't put
like, it's kind of just one of those, if someone abuses it, then I'll deal with it. It's the reason I have the no promoting rule.
But I ran. I left
Alright,
them
thanks,
to
Joe.
die.
Appreciate it. It's kind of one of those I defaulted it back when I started my channel, and I guess I just didn't touch some things.
First place. A coward like me will never be the sort of warrior you taught us about.
It's a fine thing to reflect on our weaknesses from time to time. Wouldn't you agree?
Say a coward like Reggie and Dage. Wow, dude! Tell Reggie he'll regret quitting for the rest of his days.
That's kind of you. But that sort of kindness usually winds up hurting people. If a guy like me keeps trying, it will only put more people in danger.
I see.
Yeah, so it's not like any YouTube content I post, like, it's never the safe for kids thing, so it's not like it matters too much.
Grow up and face the truth, son. You're just afraid because some monster nearly ate you alive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's really the duality of this character.
Do we whimper and die, or do we find the life hold and reclaim what we have lost?
Sensei?
You're better than this. Now stand still so I can knock some guts into you. You can carry this weight, son.
Prevent Bose from hitting Reggie. Look on as Bose reprimands Reggie.
Now answer me. Are you the sort of man to
Plus,
end
he's
it like a
one of those
dog?
characters that like
Well,
goes through
are you?
character development, so it's not like he
Years has
stays
it
like
been
this the
since I
whole
was a
time.
student at the academy, and yet you came all this way for me. I'm undeserving, and yet you treat me like your own family. You're an inspiration, Sensei. When you put it like that, you know I can't run away.
Damn right you can't. Now get your butt back to New LA. Train like you've never trained before, and show the Harriers what you're made of.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Plus, it's one of those things he doesn't necessarily talk that, like, basically the whole racist thing. He doesn't really talk that way around his pupils. He basically, like, imparts wisdom and kind of just does that kind of almost under his breath so they'd never find out about it. Admit you don't understand him at all, claim Bose's lesson was quite informative.
So you wish to learn, do you? I have a soft spot for your kind. Well, no sense lingering here now that the job's done. Let's get moving.
Hold on, please.
Who's there?
It's me, the Manon you saved. Remember?
Ah, the Xenome. I see your legs are once again in working order.
All thanks to you, right?
Yeah, that's why it kind of seems like it's just inner demons he's got to work through.
What is it? Some kind of transmitter?
A very powerful one, yes? One click, and any spatial distortions in the
I mean, like, it's one of those games where they're gonna tackle, like,
bizarre.
I guess what's
I
deemed
have
as
no
tougher
need for such
topics, so
trinkets.
I appreciate that they
All
do
the
stuff
Blade
like
needs
that.
is a well-honed heart and a body to house it. We humans.
Can you please just hold it? Maybe call it a
Thank you, Kajeva.
Right then. I'll just be me going, okay?
He's just like, yes, old man.
I do not understand those men on it all. Come, Eleonora will be waiting for our report.
It's like, please take
Stay
this.
sharp on the road home.
I haven't
Danger
gone
always
to the
comes just
bathroom
when you
because I
start
haven't
to
been able to
relax.
use my legs or properly go to the bathroom because I did not want to squat pee. Talk to Eleanor at Blade Concourse. Oh yeah, especially initially, it's just like, the first time I saw that, I was just like, holy crap, dude, slap hand! Slap hand for days!
Hey,
Like, it's wrong regardless,
Welcome
but,
back.
like, come on, jajebas! It's a cinnamon roll!
Not bad. Thanks to the fine partner you scouted for me. With his help, we got Reggie home safe and sound.
Am I hearing things? Every other recruit I paired you with has come home in tears. They usually get a little overwhelmed from all the lectures.
Claim you've learned much from Bose, assure Eleanor that you're not like other Blades.
You see? Such humility is at the heart of true Eastern philosophy. If we'd met at the Academy, I could have trained you from the ground up. What a shame. But perhaps it's not too late. Why don't we keep working together? I can help make you one of the true Blade elites. Well, what say you?
Offer yourself to Bose as his pupil, turn him down in no uncertain terms.
Your answer pleases me. In truth, I'd have taught you anyway. This just saves me the trouble.
It definitely feels like
let
it.
us start again as master and pupil. I am Bose Lowe's. People call me the Harrier Hammer. For my fists pound any deviation straight.
I was gonna say, Bose, no. You completed the mission with Bose and helped both the Xenoform and Bose's former Academy students. Go to Blade Tower for the next Affinity mission. A veteran soldier with a service record dating back to the Coalition Army days. He wanted to become a military academy instructor and train many active Blades. Bose is also deeply interested in certain facets of Eastern Earth culture. Bose uses a standard partisan eagle style for both ranged and melee encounters, regardless of enemy numbers. Alright, we reached level affinity 4 with Fog. Swap him out for Fry. Keep Bose for now, that's fine. Alright, next is the other character that gets unlocked after Chapter 5. Let's just say the characters you meet after... Okay, not counting, Neil, like, she's pretty chill. But the two characters you would have found in the original version after Chapter 5, oh my gosh, they are unhinged. If you think Pose's unhinged, just to tell you, just you wait until the other character shows, their ugly head, their head. It's like, I can't call them ugly, that's false. I know she's gonna murder me. No, she's fine.
Oh, look, the fun police. Here to arrest me, fun police?
Yes.
Save it, murderess. Look, if these lunks want to fight, it's their call. But goading them on is tacky.
Goading? Who's goading? I just mentioned that I'd take the strongest one along on the next mission.
Charming.
Hey, more charming than you, at least. Though you seem to be doing all right today. Especially considering the intriguing new friend you have there.
Tell the murderess it's very nice to meet her. Tell the murderess that she's both observant and beautiful. Tell the murderess you're nothing special. Just stay away from me.
Such humility. Now that's just delightful. What say you dump Miss Sunshine here and come with me?
Hands off, Harpy. We're a team.
Oh, fine. I'll join your team. Are you happy now? What? Oh, don't make that face, Arena.
That face Arena gives, she's like, what is my life?
Sure, we were born into two very different worlds, but in the end, we grew up in the same one. We can at least pretend to be nice, no?
Easy for you to say. You shot me in the back on our last mission.
Wow.
What can I say? It seemed like I could get two birds with one stone.
You're terrible.
Terribly glad to be teammates again, right?
Say Arena should give her a try. Arena, let's go get some coffee. Let's bail.
Yes. Thank you. Good call. Great call. How is anyone supposed to trust somebody who calls herself murderess? Sure, she's all smiles and sunshine now, but you won't believe what she's capable of.
Didn't Mommy teach you to keep your mouth shut if you didn't have anything nice to say?
I didn't have a mother, murderess, and you know it.
Ugh, so serious. Anyway, let's hope it doesn't affect the mission. We should get going.
No!
We're on resource gathering duty, fueling humanity's tomorrow.
No, my thoughts are no.
Did you hear? We said no. You're on your own.
Right. Except I already signed you both up to help, so yeah.
You little... Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, same here. I'm just giving her
One
crap.
mission with a little rich girl, but then we're done.
You took on a new job with Arena's acquaintance, the Murderess. And with a name like that, what could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, without spoiling it, yeah, her story gets really interesting later. Alright. Well, this is kind of cool, because, like, Arena gets more backstory outside of Team Elma. Alright, so for her mission, we're going all the way out here. Dash is a good character for sure. Little Hush Flood. Nailed it. Sweet.
Don't move.
Ah, who could have seen this outcome coming?
Are you
Surely not us. As to the murderess, if she's betraying you, check if there's an engine behind you. What the heck?
So observant. What gave it away? I knew you were a sharp one. See, I'm allergic to sharing, so I'm afraid the reward for this job is mine.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Hey, I could have shot you in the back. I mean, again.
Thou art a butthole.
Who are they?
I told you I plan to use the winners of that fight on my next job.
We were the job? This is low, murderess, even for you.
Whatever it takes to make my dream come to fruition, sister.
You're still chasing that?
Hell yes. Now, since we're all acquainted, you have a choice to make. Give up your claim to the reward money, or we break your knees.
Let the murderess take whatever she wants. Tell the murderess if she wants your reward, she can try to take it. Try to take me, I have holy
I
nukes.
should have shot you in the back.
You probably should have, because we're gonna make this hurt.
Right. So, hey, you guys handle this, all right?
Boo.
Make sure you grab
Coward.
the stuff when
Yes, ma'am.
You just signed your death warrant.
Loud's like, hi, why am I here? Alright, so for this, I recommend leaving and then getting a fourth party member. Otherwise, you're gonna be at a gross disadvantage.
No one knocks me around.
Yeah, and I feel like it's appropriate that Arena's in the party for this.
Use melee attacks. You want this? Offensive stance. Tornado blade. You want this? Tornado blade. Bullet twister. No quitting allowed. I'm not done with you yet. First down. Rising blade.
Have a taste of the ostrich. Running sharp.
Use an aura to get things under control. Arcing horn. Come on. Rising blade. Tornado blade.
And they're sort of dead.
Wasn't sure we had that one. I'd love to find the murderess and rearrange her face, but we'd better get back and report this.
Back to the Blade HQ.
Hey.
Welcome back. I'm so relieved you completed that resource collection assignment.
Huh? Sorry, what?
You were working with the murderess on a mission, right?
Kind of.
Well, she just came by and picked up the reward without delivering the goods. She said you'd bring them by. Gave her word on it. I told her that was against regulations, but you know how she is. Anyway, I've been sweating bullets, worried that you might not show.
I will strangle her scrawny little...
Pardon?
Nothing. She got us good this time. Us and those idiots she recruited. Next time, let's do a real mission, alright? One with standards. One that has nothing to do with that little princess.
Yeah, I was gonna say a little bit. You confronted the murderers and had to beat back the attacks of her followers. What a jerk.
Oh, right. She left a message with it, too.
I bet. She just can't resist rubbing my face in it.
It's not for you, Irina. It's for your friend. Stop by anytime. I'm always game for another adventure. Then she asked me to wink, but I don't think so.
You just got yourself the world's worst fan.
Temino's just sweating bullets. Yep, so she's a party member. Yay! The murderess's remarkable skills are contrasted by a mysterious focus on money that leads her to betray others without a second thought. Such a reputation means that no operative wants to team up with her if they can help it, and as such, her true ambitions remain unclear. The murderess ruthlessly cuts down foes before they can counterattack. Her unique style is based on the Winged Viper class.
Wish I was this strong when I needed to be.
Alright, so that's all the characters we can recruit at this time. So it looks like 6 more remain after them. So yeah, it's like we already have 17 party members, jeez. Yeah, to be fair, they definitely are. Alright, so then in order to get the cat and the dog to do some of the heart-to-hearts, we need to do this 9 lives one over here. Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot of good builds. I know there's one with the knife and the ray gun I've seen around a lot. It was basically, I saw like 3 or 4 different methods back in the day, and I just chose to do the longsword and dual guns one.
Hey there, Matthias. Gwyn, sir, you're with Colonel Elma's team today?
Yeah, that one's good too.
My name's Lin Li Ku.
Tatsu is Tatsu. My name's Matthias. I'm a mediator. May I ask what you're all doing together, sir?
I needed help on a mission, so I called in a favor.
Jeez,
Yeah, that's how it works. Like, if you go, like, basically all the way to the end of the skill tree on, like, for a specific weapon type, you can use those for the other ones, which is nice if you want to easily farm for the other ones, because you can still use your preferred weapons even though you're farming for another class.
Maybe if I wasn't
It's really
screwing up
nice.
on the job all the time.
Whoa, what's with all
Yeah,
that
it really
doom and
is.
gloom, Matthias? You're usually so annoyingly upbeat.
Hey now, Gwyn, come on, be nice. What's wrong, Matthias? Maybe we can help.
Oh, I couldn't have elites like you wasting time on little...
Yeah,
old
it was
me.
one of those things I didn't
I'll work it
know
out
initially.
myself.
I think I
It's
figured it
nothing,
out on, like,
really.
probably, like, the second or third
Matthias not
playthrough.
very good at whole
It's
life.
kind of like a lot of RPGs.
What?
Like, the
I'm
first
not.
time around, unless someone is
Tatsu's
like,
scared of
hey,
your desperation.
make sure you know this going
The
into it, and
desperation of
is
friend who
lucky,
cannot
or
decide what to eat
luckily for me,
breakfast.
doesn't, like, say so in the context of spoilers.
Yeah, it's actually
But for
more of a
anything
work
else that's
thing,
not
so-
necessary, people usually don't tend to mention unless I'm just like, how do you get past this? Walk away without forcing Matthias to talk about it, press him to tell you his problem.
Wait, we're just going to ignore his problem?
He's clearly not eager to talk about it. Let's leave the poor man be.
Well, yeah, but... Matthias, are you really okay with this?
So yeah, for that reason, I
Matthias,
kind of just, like, the first go around,
At the
I
end of
just,
the day,
it's
we're
kind of
all
like, I tend to
blades here.
focus on the plot
If there's
more,
a
and then just
problem,
whatever
then
else
just
tends to
tell
be
us.
necessary,
Sir,
then I do that. So then,
Yeah,
like, usually a second playthrough is where I
If you
focus
really
more
don't
on
mind,
side quests and
I need
actually,
your
like,
help.
fully
Here,
exploring.
take a look at this.
Unless the game makes it easy to
how
do so
adorable!
after you've beaten the main
I love
campaign, it just
cats.
depends.
Love to eat them, Lin means, just like Lin does all adorable creatures.
What? I'd never eat a cat.
She's my problem, actually. Her name's Aisha, and I need help finding her.
Oh no, your cat ran away? That's horrible.
I feel silly troubling you with something so minor, but she hasn't been home in over a day, and I'm worried sick.
Hold on a sec.
Whoa.
I thought you said your problem was work-related.
Is the cat somehow related to your job as a mediator?
Actually, she is.
She's part of a study on the adaptability of Earth species here on Mira.
Huh. That does sound important.
Yeah, well, it's not like I'm shooting indigents in the face like you guys.
Tell Matthias he should be proud of what he does, insist that Matthias' work is quite valuable.
Hey, look. Our job might sound more glamorous and exciting. Well, okay, it probably is more
Wow,
glamorous and
Gwen.
exciting, but that doesn't make it more important.
Let Matthias live in
We're all
peace,
working
jeez.
for a better future here on Mira. All parts of that struggle carry equal value as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, one thing I just recommend is experimenting. Like, some people can recommend certain builds, but, like, some people just find out something worked better for them than others on accident. It just kind of depends on how your playthrough ends up going.
Tell us about?
A few, I suppose. Though I already searched all the nearby parks and such. Beyond that...
Let's see. Do you have anything with her scent on it? Maybe Tatsu here could sniff her out.
Tatsu is not Bloodhound.
How the heck do you
Lies.
know about bloodhounds?
Actually, I just...
Tatsu is
a
1000% bloodhound.
She came home covered in oil. Like motor oil or something. It took forever to scrub it off her.
Motor oil, huh?
That would narrow it down to the industrial district and the lower administrative district, no?
All right. We'll check out the lower administrative district. Matthias, you take the industrial district. If you find anything, let us know.
Understood. Thank you, everyone, and sorry again for all the trouble.
Help Gwen's subordinate Matthias with his work. Oh, no. Probably won't be too long and you're in to get those. Gather information about Aisha in the lower administrative district.
Anyway.
Lynn's down in the administrative district holding court with all the ladies from the prospectors. Seems not only the lads that girl's popular with. You got this.
What do we do?
There it is. The cat that always used to come here for food has been spotted at Cliffside Beach. It's probably gonna get eaten by some monster out there.
Any luck, sir?
No cat, but some info.
Did something happen to Aisha?
No, nothing like that. A curator saw her, at least a cat that looks like her, down by the Cliffside Beach.
What? You mean she got out of the city?
Sounds like it.
Oh, my poor Aisha. I have to rescue her right away. Thank you all so much for your help.
Whoa, hey, wait, Matthias!
There he goes again!
Dangerous indigents.
Team Tatsu should hurry before Matthias and Kitty Cat become snack for beasties.
We've come this far. We might as well see the whole thing through.
Yeah, I know that is the catch, which I know, like, part of it is they probably don't want you to be, like, overpowered, but it is unfortunate that that's the case.
I'm going in.
Yeah, let's wake them up.
Flame grenade!
Got it! I'll cover it!
Spiral hold! Tornado blade!
Tornado blade! Yeah, I say it's mainly the precious resources. Like, it's like I'm looking at Lynn's Affinity Quest. My gosh, like, I timed it, and to get all the white comatite with the minimal amount of uranium deposits you get early in the game,
Hold on, Matthias. We're
it
coming.
took an hour and a half. It's like, oh my gosh.
Busted. Here they come.
Flame grenade! Time one! Burning flash! Rising blade! We're in a good position.
My forte, but if you insist.
Offensive stance! Now the chance to rest!
This will tide us
Tornado
over.
blade!
Tornado blade!
Quinn, all of you, thank you so much.
Are you insane? A non-combatant like you has no business in a place like this.
Aisha! Huh? Aisha! Hey, come on, girl, let's go home. Aisha!
Ah.
Rats.
Well, perfect. We managed to scare her off. Do you have anything she likes? Food or something?
She always loves it when I give her her Kieran.
When Tatsu
Yeah, for
wandered
me it's
off,
kind of a
Mama
tradition.
Pop
It's like
always
Gwen
set out
goes in
food
that
to lure
shirt.
him back.
Yeah, well, Nopon
Give
and
me the
cats
cat.
seem to be about the same intelligence level, so...
Ooh! Tatsu will slap Lindley. Alright, time to gather some catnip. Beep, 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 beep. Just be a slapping match and be like... Almost just like, knock it off. Of course, it's funnier when you're, like, if you decide to have your cross be, like, a teenage character, because then it's like Elma has 3 teenagers she has to watch over. She's like, what is my life? You gathered Arcanian Orewood and delivered it to the curators. Oh, what am I doing? I was gonna say, what am I doing? It's raining! Let's get over there, quickly! Now let's hope we get over there before it stops raining. Come on!
I won't back down.
You haven't seen me angry.
I won't miss this chance.
Burning flash! Put some power into this one. Rising blade! Offensive stance! Don't get the chance to rest!
This will tide us over.
Tornado blade! We're in a good position.
Kill it and quickly! Before it despawns!
Tornado blade! Game ends.
Alright, sweet.
Let's go.
That is done. Yeah, because it's random in terms of when it starts raining, so as soon as I'm out in the field and I see it raining, I just book it towards that thing and hope I get there in time. It's easier to do that once you got a Skell, but when you don't have access to it yet, you just... Luck better be a lady. Okay, let's definitely save so I don't have to do that again. Sweet. Alright, we acquired the catnip. Ultra zoom mode. Yeah, they really are. Whee! Flop.
I won't back down.
You haven't seen me.
Let's kill the crab!
We're in a good position.
My force there, but if you insist.
In order to get things under control.
Watch me go. Don't get any chance to rest.
And dead.
Gotta keep the city, my family's safe.
Yeah. Time to cook the crab! Alright, we got the catnip, Matthias.
Hey, are you sure about this? Yeah, I can trigger the door remotely from my comm device once she's inside.
So what, we just stand around and wait until she decides to waltz in?
I'm afraid so. Sorry.
It's fine. Standing by is an important element of some missions.
She sure is taking her sweet time. You'd think she'd be starving by now.
Sir?
Hmm?
Have you ever owned a pet before?
Yeah, a dog back on Earth. Why?
I could tell from your face when you suggested luring Aisha with food.
Yeah, that dog was an idiot for food.
Quiet.
Well,
Bigger crab!
Oh no! Aisha!
Oh hell, she's gonna fight it!
Go, cat!
Seriously?
And now Matthias is gonna fight it.
Aisha, you idiot! You're the idiot here!
Huh?
We'll handle this. You and Aisha get back to NLA.
Yes, sir.
I have the cat!
I don't think they'll let us
Eat crab!
I'll get the most out of this!
Defensive stance!
Offensive stance! Don't
And down.
Great.
Tatsu's like, why
Glad to
me?
see Aisha's home safe. It's all because of you. Thank you all so much.
Just try and make sure she can't get out again, okay?
I'm afraid that's not really an option.
It's not?
Just as we have our missions, Aisha has hers. And that mission is a tough one. To roam this great land of Mira one piece at a time.
Wow. Is that how you collect your data?
Exactly. I need her in one piece for my research. Past that, she's on her own.
Oh, please. If this was only about gathering data, you could have used Frontier Nav. Admit it. You were worried sick about her.
Hey,
There goes Kitty Cat.
stay safe, little friend.
Freedom seems to suit her well.
I'm almost jealous. I look forward to the day I can run around in my real body again. It's been so long.
Pet the cat. Smile and nod, worry, wonder aloud if that day will ever come.
Although, you guys are in for quite a shock when that day comes.
Huh? Why is that?
Why spoil the surprise?
Elmo, what are you hiding? After saving Aisha, Gwen had a serious talk with Matthias in regards about his work. You learn the long sword arts ultra slash. You can use the barracks customization function of the customization center console to change which pet you like to keep in the barracks. You can unlock new pets by completing certain basic missions. Some heart-to-hearts can only be triggered by keeping certain pets in the barracks. All the more reason to get work on those basic missions. These pets need you, soldier! So yeah, you get a cat right off the bat, but in order to get the dog, you have to do one of the basic missions.
Oh!
Hey.
Alright, looks like we don't have one right now, so yeah, we just have the cat for now. Actually, we have over 10,000 Moranium, so might as well unlock that one quest. Find and return the lost key card to the designated location at the designated time to receive a reward of 100,000 credits. Okay, so now it became available. It just wasn't right off the bat. There we go. Hello! Yes, welcome to the Shimmer and Savvy Financial Group. I take it you're here to accept our exchange request, is that right? At your current exchange rate, I can give you 10,000 credits in return for 10,000 units of Moranium. That's fair, don't you think? So let's carry out the transaction, alright? And here are 10,000 credits for you. Come see us again soon, alright? You turned in the Moranium and claimed your reward.
Listen.
Anyway.
Hey.
Listen.
Hi, Yuge is the person I was hoping to see. So for my Earth culture research, I commissioned someone to salvage some data from a piece of the life hold for me. And in that data I found an absolutely fascinating concept, a little thing you call a novel. Isn't it just so creative? I mean, fabricated stories read for entertainment. What kind of mad genius came up with that? Anyway, I thought of reading one for myself, but there's just so much more data than I thought possible. They're all categorized based on something called genre. Say, what genre do you like best? Suggest she could start with a sci-fi novel. Propose she begin her foray with a hard-boiled page-turner. Mention that she could start with a few young adult novels. A science fiction novel, According to the data, that's a work of fiction of relative complexity depicting advanced tech, space travel, extraterrestrial life, etc. I see, how interesting. No, hang on, am I reading this right? That doesn't sound very original at all. Wouldn't that fall under contemporary writing? Though I suppose it's not the case for humans, is it? That might be a good way to see the universe in your eyes. Well, in any case, thank you for the advice. You can see I got a long road ahead of me. You completed Earthology. And we just hit Affinity 2 with her. Sweet.
Really?
check it out.
Piece of the white whale wreckage was seen just east of Silent Mire. Be nice if there were some usable parts in the debris. And an especially fearless Progan that's making life difficult for the prospectors working on the cliffs near Oblivia's King Falls. Around noon, I saw Doug rubbing his cheek against some dog in Ishmael Hill steps. He seemed tired. Must be working too hard. Yeah, I'll see if I can find the key card later. You brought the runaway dog home. As a reward, you can now keep a Labrador in your barracks. My cute fluff ball. Alright, got that to 75%. Got that to 63%. That's up to 58. And that's it for now. Alright, so yells we can do after chapter 6. Yeah, Temenos has to be a level 24, and then we can do Hope's second one. Those are both chapter 7. That's chapter 7. Chapter 10, chapter 9. Chapter 6. Alright, so that looks like the last affinity mission we can do for now. Else can... Okay, yep, 10 minutes is at chapter level 24, so we can do it right now. Sweet.
Yup.
False Hope.
Hey, Hope. Got a minute?
Certainly. What can I do for you? Got something on your mind?
Kind of. Don't know if you've heard, but there's been a string of blade disappearances lately. The third case just happened, and an odd commonality has emerged. The 3 victims that have disappeared so far are Hans, Elliot, and Trish. They were all regular clients of yours, weren't they?
Oh no. But yes, I suppose they did come by for advice fairly often.
Listen, Hope. I want to respect your client privilege, but if you know anything...
I'm sorry, but I've been leaving so much to Ornella lately. My other missions have taken me out of the city a lot.
Now that you mention it, I don't see Ornella around.
Yes, she was feeling under the weather, unfortunately.
I see. Well, tell her I send my best. And if you do hear anything, let me know, okay?
I'm sorry, but can I ask you for a favor? Would you mind if we looked into this case?
Tell Hope you're on it. Tell Hope it's not your job. You talked to the right person.
Thank you so much. Hearing that people close to me are vanishing it brings up memories. I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to focus on much else right now.
Press Hope for details about her past. Cheer Hope on by assuring her that things will work out.
You're always so kind. It's funny, whenever you cheer me on like this, it reminds me of when I was living with my father. Whenever I was sad, he'd appear with a cup of hot cocoa in hand, and he'd say just what I needed to hear. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to solve this case.
A false Hope. Multiple Blade members are missing, and the victims all seem to be associated with Hope somehow. Work with her to unravel the mystery.
I suppose we should ask around first. Let's see what the rumor mill says about the folks who disappeared.
Hey!
Yeah, I was gonna say, just like all the characters just get better and better as the story progresses. Yeah, and a lot of these characters you don't technically have to interact with to beat the main story, but boy does it build into the overall world of this game. Especially interacting with people from other districts you normally wouldn't. Or Blade divisions, rather. Makes it feel like it's not just Elma and company that's doing everything. There's others that are doing their part to make the city prosper and have humanity flourish on Mira. Plus, it really makes it feel like it's like Cross's story as opposed to Elma's story. It's like, Cross is doing everything! Yeah, I was gonna say, it's definitely true at the beginning, but yeah, it doesn't take long for Cross to take the spotlight.
Great! Better get to work.
A tyrant's been sighted east of NLA. Can fly, so we need to be ready for it.
Damn it.
Civilians can't open those Blade supply boxes placed in every district of the city, right? So what are we supposed to do if something happens? Just run for our damn lives?
Guess what?
A Ouija appears. Thanks for 30 bits. Appreciate it. Whose emote is that anyways? Of course that's Jules', gosh darn it! Jules, you strike again!
guess what?
You son of a beach!
Have you heard?
Oh,
Problem?
That's it.
Here's the deal.
Oh, hey!
I heard they found debris from the white whale on the cliffs of a small island in the west part of Caldros, but that recovering has proven too difficult. Yeah, that's where Bose hangs out normally. Not that it matters in this version, I just figured I'd point it out for those who are playing the OG version. Also, it's kind of game history, as it were. It's the pizza place!
Listen.
Have you heard?
Fry's like, how much are we gonna keep running? My hangover's killing me and I'm about to puke. Yeah, you'll be fine. Walk it off, Fry. Oh, gosh darn it.
Problem?
Listen.
Now then.
Listen, I just saw a Xeno that I'd never seen before in the industrial district. I'm not sure that it's supposed to be there.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, there are two. I know someone mentioned there were two pizza places. How did I not notice this other one? Well, probably because the other one's, like, relevant to some side quests coming up, and this one rarely ever gets brought up. There's two pizza places in this game! Yay! Yeah, for those who are new in this channel, to say that I like pizza is a massive understatement. It's also kind of partially the branding on my channel with, you know, Pizza Tower. Where the heck is this person? I was gonna say. Might as well be. Yeah, because, like, very, very slight spoilers for a side quest that's about to come up. The Man-On are obsessed with pizza, and I mean obsessed with pizza. I cannot state this enough.
Hear me out.
That Kirsty woman's always giving my husband dangerous assignments. Says she doesn't have enough staff to survey Noctilum, but who does she think she's kidding?
Great.
I think I remember struggling on where to find this thing. Yeah, you think it would be the opposite, because I know, like, this is supposed to be Los Angeles, but it's like, yeah, it's essentially as if they took New York culture and brought it to Los Angeles culture. Then again, I don't know if it ever stayed in canon that New York sent out an ARC ship. I'm assuming they did, considering how populous of a city it is. Just depends if, like, only one country could send a ship out. Oh yeah, I suppose that makes sense then. patrol copter sent to Noctilum is lost near Elephant's Trunk. Hope the crew is safe, but with all the engines out there, it's hard to be optimistic. Where is this person? There we go. Thank you for showing up 2 seconds later. I just saw Ada getting advice from Hope. It felt so strange to see their usual roles reversed like that.
That you, Hope? What's up? I thought we were meeting later.
Were we? I don't remember making any plans.
Seriously? You were just here with Ornella. You told me you needed advice on something and wanted to meet later. You must be tired, girl. And here I thought you asking for advice was weird.
No, This is so strange. What's going on?
Ask Ada for more information about the meeting. Tell Hope that someone must be impersonating her.
Ask Hope. She's standing right there. Look, you asked me to meet you on the South Janpath Plain around midnight. I figured it was really, really serious if you needed that much privacy. But since you're always helping me out, it seemed like the least I could do. I got your back, girl.
No! That wasn't me. It must have been the criminal we're chasing.
You're chasing a... Wait, what? You better explain from the beginning.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. You have an evil twin?
We have to confront the criminal at Janpath Lake.
Oh, I get...
So please,
that
Ada,
wasn't me, that was
don't go to the
pre-programmed.
meeting. Stay here in New LA.
Give me a second, I'll look into this.
I'm a blade, remember? I'd planned to pay you
Alright,
back
how
by
do I
listening to your
fix
troubles
this?
or whatever. But now I can do it by acting as bait for your deadly doppelganger.
No! I won't have you risking
Automatically
yourself like
delete
that, Ada.
URL posts. Okay, try again. Tell Hope she should take 8 up for her offer. There we go. Then I just gotta remember to... It might just be one of those, like, at my discretion, I'll let people do it. But yeah, I'll look into that at the end of the session, but... but yeah, like, I'll read it later, but thanks for the link. Tell Hope she should take Ada up on her offer. Tell Ada it's too dangerous to use her as bait.
See? I love you like a sister, Hope. But this taking on everything by yourself garbage has got to stop. I want to do this, and all you have to do is shut up and accept the help.
Ada, thank you. Truly. I swear I'll catch whoever's responsible for this. I really appreciate your help.
There. Was that so hard? All right, I'll go on ahead. Meet you on the South Janpath Plain around midnight. Got it?
Alright. Meet Ada between midnight and 5 in the morning. Yeah, the main reason I guess I never did links initially too is the fact that there is kind of off and on, there's bots that try to post a link. So I think that's the main reason I keep it off by default. So yeah, I definitely gotta remember to turn that back off at the end of the stream. So now that that's there... I know there's a certain scene that's like this in Xeno 3, and because it was a blind playthrough, I didn't know it was coming. But for this, there's, I'm just going to go ahead, for those who... just in case... Content warning. Alright, there we go. So basically, what's about to happen in this quest, if you basically are afflicted at all by anything suicide-related, you may want to tune out for the next 10 minutes. You have been advised.
Right on time. You are the real Hope, right?
Yes. Thank you again for your help. We have to put a stop to this.
Okay, so why don't you guys hide, and I'll draw our fake out here.
All right. But be careful. Don't take any risks.
Thank you so much for coming all this way. I know you're busy.
Oh, heck, you're always helping me with one thing or another. I don't mind at all.
That's very kind of you. I'm afraid I just didn't know who else to ask.
It's so unusual to hear you ask for help. You've got me super curious. Oh, but one thing first.
Yes? What is it?
You are the real Hope, right?
The real Hope? I don't understand.
No, I just heard this rumor about an imposter. Can't be too careful.
No, trust me. I'm Hope from New LA. What a strange rumor to invent.
So you can prove that, right?
I've been together with Ornella this entire time. She can vouch for me.
Of course this is Hope. What kind of bizarro questions are you asking anyway?
Okay. Guess I went a little nuts there. Thing is, I've got somebody that I'd like you guys to meet. You can come out now!
Surprise! He
What?
gotcha.
This isn't possible! Ornella, you set me up?
No, I was just... Why are you even here, Hope?
I would ask you the same. Are you a fake Ornella, just like I have a fake Hope?
I'm not! Oh, damn it! This whole plan has gone to hell!
Angrily accuse Ornella of being a traitor. Ask Ornella what drove her to this.
Money. Lots and lots and lots of money. I want to roll around in piles of credits and forget all about the fact that I'm stuck on this stupid rock. And I'd found the perfect little pawn in our dear Hope. You did this. You put ideas in her head. You ruined everything.
No. This isn't really her. Ornella helped me. She was always there. She was like a mother to me. You really are a stupid girl. Your precious Ornella is scum. She sold the lives and bodies of her people for spending money. Guess there's no reason to hide anymore. We'll just kill you and add your parts to the latest shipment.
Surprise! They're shapeshifters!
You can rest easy, knowing that I, the great Jizan, will be taking over the role of Hope Alonzi. That sweet face of yours will add
Kick
more
her
fresh
ass.
bodies to my mother's collection. Now, prepare to die for your kindness.
Ornella's like, I'm out of here. Alright, we're up against the ganglia here.
I won't miss this chance. Tornado blade!
Let me see myself.
Not overstep in and drive them back.
And done.
Victory!
Yes, the nice part about a lot of units around is that you can easily just, like, build up that number super quick as you're hitting a lot of people at once.
Man, life is a real bitch sometimes. Go on, do it. I got nowhere left to go anyway.
Ask Ornella why she did this, grant Ornella's wish and take her life. I will get answers.
What? You want to know why I did it? You think anyone would play sidekick to a naive fool like you for free? You were popular even before the crash, and I thought I'd get in on it. Make a quick buck and walk away whistling, but you kept helping people for free. We were in the red from day one. All that potential wasted. So I sold you out. Then I sold the mims of your clients to those freaks.
That's horrible!
Yes, and I belong in hell for what I've done. Now hurry up and send me there.
No. Come back to New LA with us. If we explain this, we'll find a way. I'll vouch for you. Do whatever it takes to make it right.
You make me sick. Unconditional love? Martyrdom? What are you trying to gain with that dreck?
I'm not. This is what my father taught me.
Yeah, and where did it get him? Fleeced and murdered. I'm no different from the ones who killed your father, Hope. Actually, I'm worse.
Ornella, no!
Seems that Ornella was behind the disappearances. Despite Hope's pleas, Ornella took her own life. You learn secondary speed. Yeah, that threw me the heck off the first time I saw that. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, I was gonna say, at least with that one, I knew it was coming ahead of time. It's not like that one part in Xeno 3 where that was a blind playthrough and I did not know that Shania was gonna pull that crap. Because I definitely would have done a content warning for that too if I knew. Then again, I think I was just so shocked what was going on with N and everything that I was like, what? So many plot twists! Alright, so with that, I will officially remove the pin. And type an all clear. Alright, so this is mostly for the VOD viewers, but just so they know that, like, okay, like, that content is over. But yeah, it's like, her story takes a very dark turn very quickly, and it's explained in other, dialogue branches, but essentially, her, she had an adoptive father who was a priest, so it's like, not too far off from what Temenos is to a certain extent. And then basically raised her back when he was they were on Earth, and then yeah, he basically dug up too much stuff, got brutally murdered, and then Hope has to deal with that. And just the fact that Ornella just dredges up those memories and like, screw you. And then just that comes up, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then they don't continue her story until, like, much later in the game, and, yeah, of course, she's dealing with the turmoil of what just happened. Like, oh, man, you poor cinnamon roll. Oh, no. So I think now that we got access to the pets, I'll go start viewing those heart-to-hearts. Yeah, I was gonna say, just like, enough of you!
Did you hear?
Here's an unusual Lavello near Oblivia's River Isle that spends all its time mindlessly foraging for food, like my ex. Oh, Temenos, hello! Ask Fog how his day's going. My day, it's fine, thank you. So you can see him having a staring contest with a cat. If I were to look away even for a moment, I know it would leap at me and slash my face repeatedly with its evil, evil claws. Back on Earth, the common house cat, or Phyllis Cactus, was ever a nemesis of mine. I hope things would be different here. I know it's Caddis, but I actually said cactus, gosh darn it. Because cats are cacti, apparently. Hope things would be different here. After all, the Manon and Nopon have different languages, but for some reason we understand each other all. So with that, I was trying to establish a form of meaningful communication with the local cats. Doesn't really seem to be working out, however. Why do you think cats and I aren't capable of understanding each other? Guess a cat's meow doesn't contain words, say that Fog may mean a cat he can one day understand. I suppose that's a possibility. Certainly haven't conducted my experiment on all the cats on Mira. One day I may indeed meet a cat who has no interest in using my face for a scratching post. I'll hold that hope in my heart throughout my remaining years on this planet. You completed Animal Lover. Alright, then Fog's next one's over there.
Did you hear?
Look at the stars.
Oh, hello, Temenos. Ask Fog what he's doing, ask Fog if he's been counting the ants. Impressive, you're exactly right. These ants are every bit as resilient as the ones on Earth. There wasn't a single ant on the White Whale, and yet Mira's ants have already found their way here and managed to construct a nest. And now these tiny creatures live in this giant city. It's, that led me to observe them. Claim that humans are every bit as resilient as the ants, join Fog in celebrating these amazing creatures. I too find myself rooting for these ants to survive. I'm glad you feel the same way, but the thing is, you stepped on 5 when you came over to talk to me. No! Ant misbehaving. Rest in peace, those 5 ants. Alright, so Lau's first one involves a dog. Irina's involves a dog. Okay, so then Elma's next one involves a cat. At night.
Great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just... I know, especially with the current circumstances, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna hold off. I mean, if I waited half a year on the Switch one, I can do at least the same thing for Switch 2, it's fine. Plus, I know most things are cross-platform that I want right off the bat anyways, like Deltarune. What am I doing? I'm playing with this cat. I figured it was kind of obvious. Do I not seem like the animal-loving type to you? Believe it or not, I had a pet Siamese on Earth. On my days off, she would crawl into my lap and let me stroke her chin while I enjoyed a good book. Petting cats has always reminded me of life on Earth. What about you? Does interacting with pets remind you of anything? Say it makes you suspect you had a pet on Earth, confess it doesn't remind you of anything special. Your face lights up when you talk about pets. Such a powerful reaction to a lost memory. Wonder if that means it's actually a returning memory. Do you think pets could serve as a trigger to recovering other lost memories? Mind if I ask you another question? Just a matter of personal curiosity. What animal do you think makes the best pet? Say you're a cat person, say you're a dog person, say you're an Elma person. I mean, considering he's around Throne and she has a cat-like personality. Then we have that in common, huh? Their capricious nature makes them seem like the quintessential Earth creatures. I like that about them. That Siamese I told you about? She had her good days, but when she's in a foul mood, she would scratch up everything I own. At times like that, I think she was more dangerous than any of Mira's indigents. That's part of the reason I loved her so much. Sorry, I had intended you'd help recover a lost memory, but just ended up spiraling down my own rabbit hole. Well, I enjoyed our conversation all the same. Chat again like this sometime, alright? You completed Petting Zoo. And we got another storage probe, and then we just hit Affinity level 4 with Elma. It's like, what the heck? Alright, so there's Elma's third one that appears in the morning. Lynn's involves a dog.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Temenos, what a coincidence. Are you interested in cars? Say you're a real gearhead, confess you really don't care about cars. Is that right? Hardly an expert on the topic, but cars seem different from the ones I knew back on Earth. I have a gearhead friend who used to all kinds of crazy car jargon when he drove me around in his classic car. White walls, glass packs, supercharged Hemi, rack and pinion steering, stuff like that. I mean, like, in real life I'm decently interested, I'm just going as if I were Temenos. His car was really old-fashioned and stalled all the time, but I think that gave me an appreciation for the history of the automobile. Made me feel like cars are more than just a bunch of bolts and metal. Oh, so your first car was steam-powered? I mean, that's canonically true. So just to take Elma for a ride once you buy a car? Is that so? You must know a great deal about cars in that case. Did you know my friend was the person who basically brought the steam engine to all corners of the realm? He's a genius. I'm sure humanity didn't just up and decide to switch to gasoline overnight after all. Technology always evolves to make use of the tools available to it. But if humanity thrives on this planet, the cars we now see in the city will be considered classics one day themselves. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? You completed Driving Force. And we got another storage probe. Alright, then we got HB's next one, which shows up in the early morning. Good morning to you, Temenos. I'm pleased to see you awake and hard at work at this in the earliest of hours. Were you just passing by? As you can see, I'm performing an inspection of the integrated production plans. Clarify whether or not HB's a mediator. Commend HB for doing Blade HQ's job. Surely your powers of perception place you among Blade's elite. I hear that since the Xenoforms arrived in NLA, the integrated production plant's been running at full capacity day and night. If any sort of trouble were to occur here, it would be a serious setback for Blades, the civilians of NLA, and the Xenoforms alike. So when you're at your busiest, you're more likely to miss the early signs of trouble, so I figured the plant could benefit from a third-party inspection. And that's what brings me here today. Tell HB the plant's in no immediate danger, ask HB if there's anything you can do to help. I'm grateful for your offer, however your assistance is not needed at this time. I fear the inspection's been a waste of my own considerable talents. The plant's well run, and the staff's most pressing problem is an abrupt 2,000% increase in pizza requests. I wasn't kidding. And by deprioritizing lower demand items, the staff has managed to increase their pizza production without significant disruptions. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must just report my findings to HQ. I'm pleased to see you're faring well, but don't let complacency be your undoing. Hope we can work together again soon. You completed a thoughtful man. Like a 2,000% increase in pizza production? Jeez Louise. Pizza time. For the Manon. Alright, then we got Elmo's 4th heart-to-heart on the Manon ship. Sounds like Colonel Elma's visiting the Manon ship to further human-Xeno relations. No surprise, since she was a driving force behind the treaty in the first place.
Look who it is.
What are you doing here, Temenos? You must enjoy this place as much as I do, huh? It's a beautiful sight, isn't it? So what's catching your eye today? Tell Elma you're watching the Manon savor the pizza. Tell Elma you're entranced by the beautiful light. Tell Elma you're watching the xenoforms interact peacefully. You noticed? That's what I've been watching. I wonder if the humans of even a short time ago could have imagined a scene like this. I was aware of the possibility, but certainly never imagined it would happen so quickly. Humans are a species that seems able to make friends with anyone. Any people who share a desire to protect something can work together to achieve that goal. It's a basic behavioral principle, yet one that's entirely foreign to a group like the Ganglion. And that's why so many different xenoforms can live peacefully in a human city. When I watch this, I feel like it gives me strength. A testament to how the power to form bonds can change the world. You completed Friendship Treaty. Alright, those 3 require the dog. Alright, so then we got 4 that require the dog. Alright, so Doug's in the afternoon.
Oh.
Hey, Temenos. This is your dog, right? Yeah, but a good boy. Who's just letting me give him some lovin'. Ask Doug what he means by giving him some lovin'. Make sure your dog isn't being a pest. Oh, no, nothing like that. Unlike real mutts, these dogs have been designed to never attack people, you know? Or were you worried he was forcing me to pet him until my arm fell off? Mention how Doug sure seems to love dogs. Ask Doug if he had any pets of his own. Yeah, I can't ever say I used to be a huge dog person or anything, but pets are just so rare on Mira. I guess having pets around makes it feel like we're back on Earth, at least a little bit. They put me in a nostalgic sort of mood. Makes you think back to the time when my parents and brothers and I would play with our pets in the backyard without a care in the world. And I'm not really the sentimental type, no brooding about Earth is Lau's thing, and I don't want to step on his turf. But I guess there's a part of me that longs for Earth all the same. Alright, that's enough wallowing in homesickness. I got missions to complete. But you ever got a line on a job with a big payoff? Hook me up. You completed Facts and Feelings.
Step right up.
Alright, Laos is in the early morning. Oh, Lau's in the party. Well, Lau, you gotta leave, sorry. Hey there, Temenos. Thought I'd take a breather here, but I can't relax with a damn dog wandering around. Ask if Lau hates dogs, say sorry for any trouble your dog caused. That's your dog? Nah, it didn't do anything wrong. Seems pretty friendly to me. I'm sure you and Lynn are taking good care of it. I used to have a dog myself, but she died when I was a kid. I know that death is a part of life, but it still tore me up knowing there was nothing I could do. To this day, whenever I see a dog, I can't help but feel the pangs. The more good times we had together, the more it hurts to lose someone. Don't you think? Tell Lau he's spot on, tell him he's mistaken. Yeah, even now when I think about all the people we left behind on Earth. Never mind, I know it's not something anyone wants to talk about first thing in the morning. Well, this place is making me jumpy, so I'm gonna head to the diner or something. That dog sniffing at my heels kind of bummed me out, but thanks for talking me through it. Anyway, see you around, Temenos. You completed Every Dog Has Its Day. I mean, he did lose his family, too, like amongst everyone else he knew. That didn't make it on the ship. Alright, so Arenas appears in the evening.
Yup.
Listen.
Temenos, just who I wanted to see. That dog of yours is wandering around, so I tried to bring him back to your place. But then he started barking and growling at me like some kind of mad indigent. What the hell is wrong with that mutt? Say you're sorry for not training him better, chastise Arena for making your dog feel threatened. I don't think training was the problem exactly. But who am I kidding? This always happens. Animals have hated me for as long as I can remember. No matter how nice I am, they always act like this. Never even gotten close enough to pet one. Ah, forget it. I just wish I could handle dogs the way you and Lynn do. You gotta teach me the trick. I mean, I'm an interceptor who squares off against indigents all day, you know? Can't be that hard. If I knew your trick, I'm sure I could win over at least one of the dogs in the city. Tell Arena the secret is to charge right. The dog was screaming loudly. Oh no. Advise Arena to lower her guard and reveal her true self. Advise Arena to woo the dog with food. Lower my guard as if I'm the one who's afraid? That's absurd. Okay, maybe it's not quite so ridiculous. I guess there was an incident when I was young. I tried to pet a dog I didn't know and got bit. The experience drove me to toughen up, or maybe just made me afraid. Okay, I'll try to relax and just talk to it. Hey there, little guys. I'm not your enemy, and you're not my enemy. We're buds. So what do you think? Can we be friends? I'd really like to pet your big fuzzy ears. He stopped barking and his tail's wagging. That's good. Won't run away now, right? You can leave the rest to me. Make sure to see him safely back home. Finally get to pet a dog. Thank you, Temenos. You completed Dog Obsession. You made Arena's dream come true on this day. Alright, then Lynn had one that required a dog over here.
Hear me out.
This little pup seemed lonely, so I took him for a walk. He wouldn't stop licking my face, and now it's all sticky and gross. Well, it smells like jerky. But that's okay, because he's so darn cute! The Blade Barracks are way more fun than now that he's around. Agree, he's made coming home more fun, complain about how much work it is to care for him. Yeah, and I think he loves being here. See how hard his little tail wags when you come home? I have an idea. Tricks! I bet you're a great teacher, right? And it'd be easy with a student who's so eager to impress. Okay, so what trick do you want to start with? I guess shaking hands would be the most basic, but I'll leave it up to the master. Offer the dog your hand and say shake. Show the dog how to do a flip in midair. Offer Lynn your hand and say shake. That's ambitious, but I love it. Skells, dogs, and everything else should be able to fly. But if that's what we're doing, we're gonna need to bring in the big guns. I'll talk to someone I know who used to be a professional dog trainer. If you're really determined to teach him an expert-level trick like that, you'd better study up a bit. Won't be easy, but between the two of us, I bet we'll have this pooch soaring through the skies before you know it. I'm getting excited just the thought. You completed Old Dogs and New Tricks. Alright, so then Doug's appears in the morning.
Listen.
Hey.
Hey, it's Temenos. I was just asking the nice lady here to put together some extra first aid kits for us. My next mission can involve run-ins with a pair of tyrants, possibly at the same time. And if we end up in a tough fight, we're likely to suffer multiple injuries. Say you're jealous of the exciting battle that awaits him, offer to come along and help out, praise Doug about his concern for his comrades. Oh, I don't think we need to go that far. I have my job to do and you've got yours. I'm grateful that you'd look out for us like that, but it isn't right to let you carry the whole weight of Blade's missions on your shoulders. You have to trust that I can handle this. Of course, if it goes horribly wrong, we'll call for reinforcements. In that case, you might get a chance to help out after all. Oh, that reminds me. I got the mission under control, but there's something else I could use your help with. A significantly greater threat than the mission I just told you about. It might not even be an exaggeration to say it concerns the fate of humanity itself. What I'm talking about is the development of the Skell flight module. There aren't enough replacement Mimiasums in the world for me to survive these field test Lynn's running. Hey, I thought you wanted to help. Don't blow me off now. Hey, listen, I'm being serious here. Temenos. You completed Caution and Conviction. And that brings him up to Affinity 3. Alright, so Lau's second one appears in the hangar at night. Hey, Temenos! I was just trying to drill some combat skills into Shingo. We Pathfinders might not be a combat-first kind of outfit, but it's not like the Ganglion and the Indigents just leave us alone. And we do run into trouble. I'd like him to be able to defend himself without having to rely on Sight and Armando all the time. Shingo's a pretty fast learner, he just lacks experience. How'd you train him if he was one of yours? Suggest a brutal regimen with no room for failure. So say you guide him with positive reinforcement. So that's really how you train people. I suppose I better positively reinforce the crap out of him, then. I mean, he's gonna be my teammate as well as my student, right? Probably best I don't break the poor kid. What happens if Shingo gets separated from the team, or God forbid is the only survivor in attack? What then? The things he doesn't know are the very things that'll get him killed. A rifle can't shoot for crap if it's not loaded with the correct ammo, right? The indigents on this planet aren't gonna give him a chance to learn from his mistakes. They need him to be able to walk away from whatever happens to him. Anyway, sorry if I got a little carried away there. I should go, though. I gotta run Shingo through a Skell training lesson. See you around! He completed Training Troubles, and that brings us to max affinity with Lau. Alright, so Lynn's third one appears over there.
listen. Really.
Temenos, you're just in time. You have to save me. These women are fawning over me, and I don't know what to do. Advise Lynn to accept their adoration with grace, join in and begin fawning over Lynn. Tell the women to go in, stop bothering Lynn. Don't say anything, it's not that bad. It just, look, I know they mean well. I mean, they invite me out for cake, they ask me to go on picnics. They're always wanting to go on long drives or to catch a movie together. It's really sweet and all, but I can't possibly do all that stuff in a single day off. Tell Lynn she should focus on a single activity, say she could do it if she made a mission out of it. Yeah, you're probably right. If I could pick just one, I might actually be able to enjoy it. Well, cake is always nice, but a picnic also sounds pretty great right about now. I bet going for a nice drive would be fun, and I always enjoy a good movie. I know. I'll invite everyone on an adventure to go search for one of the great picnic spots we keep hearing about. We can drive there in my Skell, eat some cake, and relax under the sun, then come back home and catch the latest kaiju flick before we crash. Be perfect. You completed the popular girl. Oh, me too now, darn it. Oh, haven't had that in a hot minute. Alright, there's Doug's next one during the daytime.
Hey, what are you
Hey,
doing here?
Temenos, you see what's going on over there? Those folks on the tennis court are doing everything completely wrong. Tennis isn't a balancing competition, you know? So what's got everyone that excited? Suggest Doug teach them the right way to play. Ask Doug to explore the merits of the Xenoform's ways. So you're saying I should think of tennis like a deck of cards? Something with a common set of pieces but lots of ways to play? I don't know if I'd buy that, but if they're having fun, more power to them. So what brings you here, Temenos? Tell Doug you came to watch him play sports. Tell Doug you hope to work out together. Tell Doug you came to check on the Xenoform balance competition. You've got to be kidding me. Here I am mocking them, and you're telling me this is the hot new sports craze that's sweeping New LA? There's no way. Although I guess we are away on expeditions most of the time, huh? Makes it pretty tough to keep up on local trends. I'll make sure to tell my fellow Blades back in the barracks that balancing on tennis net coats is blowing up right now. That way they won't make the same mistake I did. You completed Discipline and Discovery. And that's how a trend was born.
Great.
Alright, wow, you actually can stand on that. That's funny. I'm winning! Then Hope got up to Affinity level 3. Alright, so hers appears in the morning. Yeah, there's a tennis court in the game, as well as, like, it's kind of a sports complex. Alright, then we gotta swap Hope out. Three. 10 out of 20 game.
Guess what?
40 out of 30 game. Good morning, Temenos. I think I'd run into you here of all places. I've actually just completed a mission. Kindly ask Hope if the mission went well, bluntly ask Hope how much she earns. Look, it's kind of rude after what happened with Ornella. Oh, it was fine, thank you. Wasn't a very challenging task at all. I performed guard duty for someone doing early morning maintenance on the outer wall. Fortunately, we didn't encounter any indigents and the work was completed without incidents. I just stood there like a scarecrow the entire time, so I didn't even accept the reward. Once I'd earned enough money to cover the next month's expenses, I declined additional rewards. Previously, I would always save an amount equal to a week's expenses, but Ornella convinced me to save more in case of emergencies. I pursue missions to help others, not for material gain. And for that reason, I prefer to refuse rewards whenever possible. Laud Hope's selflessness, persuade Hope to accept the rewards and save up a little bit of money, tell Hope to honor the terms of her Blade contract and take the money. So you're concerned that if we Blades don't accept rewards for our work, our clients will expect such assistance for free? That the gist of your problem? I was gonna say, Interesting, I never heard of anyone being reluctant to pay a reward for a blade mission, have you? I believe that everyone in New LA is a good person. They understand how hard it is to work as a blade. That's why they offer to pay reasonable compensation for the work that we do. But I don't mean to dismiss your concerns, they're not entirely baseless. It's certainly not my intention to devalue the work that other Blade members do. If I ever felt that the people of New LA were at risk of somehow losing respect for blades they employ, I would have to draw the line. But I prefer to believe that we live in a just world where that sort of thing wouldn't happen. You complete giving it away. I'm like, yeah, I hope that kind of hits different after what happened with Ornella, my gosh. Alright, then Lau's third one appears on the ship.
Fascinating, right? Listen!
Man, perfect timing, Temenos. Came here to make a request to the Manon regarding the hangars, but as you can see, I've been kind of detained. It's like they've never seen a Pathfinder before. They just keep asking one tedious question after the next about Frontier Nav. I'd really like to cut this short and get back to work, but I can't get a goddamn word in edgewise. What would you do if it were you? Suggest that Lau simply ignore the questions and push his way free. Suggest that Lau keep talking until they're satisfied. Suggest that Lau try to grease the wheels with a pizza. Yeah, that's a great idea, but it's not like I've got a grenade pizza in my back pocket. I mean, you should start doing it, Lau. Plus, if I tried to lead the thong down to the commercial district to buy one, I'd just be dragging this thing out even longer. At times like this, I can't help but have a second thought about sharing our city with a bunch of xenoforms. How do you feel about it? Answer you think it's wonderful, answer that it has both risks and benefits, answer that you're concerned about the downsides. You really think so, huh? Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Manon. But if we had never met any Xenos, Earth would still be around today and we wouldn't even be in this mess. I know it's glib to say we better off if we never met each other. There's some truth to that. Still doesn't mean there's any point in crying over spoiled milk. I have to do what I can to help us move forward. Looks like the Manon have calmed down since we started talking. This may be my chance to slip back to the administrative district. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't blame the poor Manon, what the heck? See you around, Temenos. You completed the fan club. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, for Pete's sakes, their 3 leaders almost got murdered by the ganglion at the end of Chapter 5. Have sympathy. Oblivion can be real scary, you know? It's almost eaten by a giant mortifol that lives on the top of Twin Arches. Alright, so it looks like that's all the available affinity quests. Or not affinity quests, heart-to-hearts. Because I know more technically have, like, been unlocked, but I'm guessing they're story-driven, so they're not available right now.
Hey.
As for Blake,
Nope on CG Grunt. He really is at this point. Just gonna confirm one more time he can't do any more affinity quests, because then I just know to jump straight into side quest next session. Alright, yeah, it looks like a couple unlock after Chapter 6. Alright, that's where we'll leave it off for this session, and then we'll continue that up next week. Alright, so thanks for tuning into the stream. We were able to get some more progress done in the game, and then we'll continue that up next week. That'll be it for the streaming week, so let's go find a raid target. Let's go raid Liam. Alright, cool. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Damn, okay. Do we have eyes?